welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Thursday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout Live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Thank you for everyone for listening live on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Tune in, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. For those watching on YouTube or listening to this on podcast, wherever you get your podcast, Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, Benny, the intern on the other side of the camera, Jasmine in for today as well. Should be a fun show. I think lots to get to. CFL Week 6 starts tomorrow.
It's BC Lions.
What else do we have? Golf tournament recap. Big Brother begins tonight.
Can't wait.
Oh, Tommy got a nice little smiley face on a Starbucks too.
Oh, I did, yeah. I like the one right down the street here.
Yeah, I haven't been to that one yet.
I thought you went to that one.
I always go to the brewery district when I'm coming in.
Oh, that's right. That's a good one too. But
That's when I stop in. But now that this one's there.
it's very pleasant. And it'll be even more convenient in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be even more convenient in the brewery district because that's actually almost out of my way.
Yeah.
The Starbucks will be like, oh, I'll just turn in here. Boom, boom, new office. Excellent.
Yeah, exactly. They're very chipper there. They're always like, hello, good morning. And I got a smiley face and, I'm just building my relationship with them.
There's also the Harveys there, which I'm very excited about.
Harvey's is good.
I think there'll be a lot more Harveys in our future.
Yes.
Tube Socks was in one point last week or something. And he's like, I don't think I've ever had Harveys.
It's
I was
good.
like, it's good. It's Canadian and quite up. It's like, it's a Subway, but for burgers.
Yes.
That's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
And the
That's all it
patties
is.
are big and juicy.
Yeah.
Right? Like that to me is important.
Good hot dogs they actually have as well.
They do. Oh.
Yeah. Harvey's and this place, I don't know if they really do the breakfast. The one on 109th, they have a breakfast because they're 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. That's
Their
a 24
breakfast-
hours Harvey's?
Oh, yeah. Their breakfast is actually pretty good too.
I never would have known.
And there's a
haven't gone in
Dollar
like
Tree
20
opening
years.
up over there.
Garlic fingers? Is that what you said?
No,
Garlic
I
fingers?
said I haven't gone in like 20 years.
Oh, no,
it's good.
I
A
actually,
Dollar Tree?
there's
Legit?
a Dollar Tree opening up by us too. And I love the Dollar Tree more than Dollarama.
I like Dollar
Whoa.
Tree too.
You like
better.
knickknacks,
That's a
whatnots, and
take.
hootenannies.
It's cheaper.
No,
it's better
is it?
price.
Because it's
Okay,
$1.75.
Most things are $1.75. Some of the food items like chips are still like $3, whatever
Okay,
it is.
yeah.
But it's $1.75. Dollarama for the most part, everything's like $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 and stuff. Dollar Tree's cheaper.
Interesting.
But the Dollarama, I still like their product better. Because I just went to go buy supplies. I'm doing something called a Maya board for my cousin's wedding. It's like you buy a bunch of art supplies, whatever. It's part of a ceremony. And I did my brother's wedding board and it cost me like $11. Okay. And this is like 6-7 years ago. And now it cost me $37.
At Dollarama?
Yeah,
Because there's no such thing as really as a dollar store.
Yeah, it's not.
that is a
With
true
all the
big
supplies
statement,
that I
yeah.
needed.
There used to be the one that it was called EFAD or something. Everything for a dollar store or something like that.
Yeah.
That was legit $1. Everything you went in there was $1. So $1.05. $1.07 maybe at the time.
Yeah.
So we had 7% GST. Did you know we had 7% GST?
No.
We had
Yeah.
7% GST.
When was this?
From when it was
15 years ago?
launched, which was the early 90s until Harper's government took over, because that was one of their election promises in about 06, 07, I want to say.
That makes sense. I wasn't buying stuff when I was 4.
Yeah. So I just didn't know if you would have known or learned that there used to be 7% GST. It was a lot harder to calculate the GST than it is now.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
We're lucky though we only get GST and not PST in this province.
Yes.
Right?
Or HST.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the dollar stores are more expensive. And if you go to Dollarama, I find you will spend, it's even more money than Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is cheaper. Now, I will say this. I feel Dollar Tree is a little more dirtier at times. Like it's not as
a little
well
messy.
kept. It's messier.
Yeah.
Boxes are a little more all over the place than Dollarama. That's like when you walk in, you will see more of a mess and chaos, but it's cheaper.
Dollarama. Oh, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
you go ahead.
I was just gonna say like the snack. Like you're right. Like the snacks. Good place like to get like Christmas wrapping paper and all that stuff, and then like cleaning supplies.
No.
That's what I'll get like at Dollarama. Like the Scotch Brite, like the brush with the handle. Like you always look refills there.
Yeah, you can toss it out and stuff.
Yeah,
You're not going to be like
exactly.
mad about it. The thing is, so as I was saying with the art supply, legit. So when I bought like my brother's stuff, and I do many Maya boards. So I'm saying throughout the past few years, like I'd get like a whole strip of sparkles, for example, right? Then I went to I went to Dollar Tree and it was half of that. And I was just so mad. I didn't buy it, obviously.
I can't say that I've been to a Dollar Tree.
There's not a lot.
Yeah.
And they're usually on like the outskirts of town almost and stuff. But there was one by the old place. So I don't know if that one's going to be closing or not, and they're moving to this one. But when I was driving to drop some stuff at the new place, I just saw a sign, Dollar Tree coming, and you have no idea how legit excited I was about this. I am very excited about this.
I have an idea.
Is this by the CTV studios?
I have an idea.
There was one by the CTV studios.
Yeah.
It's still there. I don't know if it's closing though, and they're moving to this
They're
one.
opening in Dollarama, I think, there.
Where? Oh no,
Like-
that's by the Costco.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
Dollarama.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there was the Dollar Tree where the Wendy's is.
That area has
That's-
grown so much.
Dollar Tree's still right there. I don't know if they're closing that one to move this one over here. If we're just gonna, there's gonna
I'll
be
find
kind of
out.
close, but it's for snacks and stuff too. Like it's right there.
Good snacks.
Little walk.
I was on my way to my friend's place and we were watching a movie, so we stopped at Dollarama. I was like, I don't know why I go to a gas station to get snacks nowadays.
No, 'cause
Right?
Like Dollarama, it's like half price for everything compared
Yes.
to a gas
Shit.
station. I was like,
I
what
think they
have I been
expired.
doing the past couple of years? Like,
Yeah.
I should stop at Dollarama.
Huss
You're
doesn't
Gen
think
X.
so. Huss is fine with it.
7-Eleven diehard.
That's the guy that looks at the grocery stores like, who's spending those prices? I'm going to Sev.
Yeah.
He's getting yesterday's tacos.
Yeah.
He's like, these are great.
Yeah, I think the expiry dates on those are just like they're getting closer.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they just try to get rid of the inventory.
And it's a lot of the expiry dates for the most part. It's best before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could still actually eat them and stuff.
course.
And they actually, I think they even have that at, I think it's Dollarama or is it Dollar Tree? One of them has a sign that it's like the things that are up here are like, we're careful of the best. If it's a product that you can't eat after, like we don't sell those. But yeah, like a bag of chips has an expiry date, but that's just for like freshness.
Yeah.
I know these guys were talking about like the bird draft, but like I actually just went to the dollar store just to look for like bird feeders. I couldn't find any. So let me know if you guys know a good spot to get.
Michael's.
They're expensive and they're not that
Michael's.
nice. I went to Michael's obviously after the dollar store. Then the sparkles cost me $7. $7 for sparkles.
She doesn't like that.
I heard you say that about me yesterday in the Uber, just
You were just
sitting in the middle in the back too.
you had the claws going. That was a loud Uber drive. I'll tell you
I'm
what.
curious about this Uber. I'm curious about, like, I really wish I kind of was part of this Uber. Just like not.
You never come out with us.
Yeah, I have other things I'm doing at that moment.
Yeah, well,
I had a truck full of stuff that needed to be dropped off.
can you do it like later?
No.
When's later?
I don't know.
You know what's easy?
YOLO, okay.
Hey, Jazzy, you know what's easy? When people take your stuff for you and you just pick it up
Yeah.
like a day later or 2 days later and you forgot about it.
I mean, we're
I
not
wonder
talking
what
about-
you're talking about.
Yeah, weird, right?
What? No, we had a deal.
Yes, I said I would take your clubs back to the station.
Yeah, you in 10. Yeah, we all like had a plan.
I know, but
Yeah.
so you're saying, Maddie, you should have let someone else take your stuff or leave it there and then you can get it another day.
No,
or
I
another
just wanted
week.
to be a fly in the Uber.
Oh,
to
yeah.
see it, 'cause I didn't want to actually be part of it. I just would love to have seen
It was just chit
it
chat.
all, but not be part of it in any way, shape, or form.
Tommy
Well-
sat in the front, luckily.
Yeah, that luckily is right. It was Tanis, Hernan, and Jasmine in the back. And Normology like tried to get it. I think he actually sat down at one point. I'm like, Norm, I gotta get these guys home. I gotta get them home. Like, let's go. And yeah, I can't remember what you guys talked about. Everything. It was a long drive.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
It was fun
lot.
though.
There was a lot of
long
loud.
drive. I thought it was a short drive.
Yeah, because you were talking the whole time. You and Hernan was just. He was riding the red wine train.
Tad is my girl, man. She's so much
She's
fun.
fun.
She's so
We had a
much
good
fun.
time. We had a really good time.
It was awesome. That golf tournament, I know everybody keeps giving you props. I'm gonna give you props again in the Hangout right now. So well done. So organized. Everybody's on their best behavior still, even though they're like riding the wine train. Like it was
Yes.
just such like happy vibes. And I was saying, and by the way, shout out to Iwanyk and my team, Jake, Carter, and Braden. I called Carter Cartier and Jacob Jeweler. So that team was unreal. I really thought they were gonna win, by the way.
What'd you guys finish with? And it's we win because it's not them.
Oh yeah,
You're
we
part
went.
of it.
Well, I kind of like my hands started to hurt halfway.
But what was your final score?
Well, so Uke, what was our final score again? I forgot.
Because I will tell you whether you should have thought you had a chance to win or not.
I was a little upset about that because we deserved it, obviously,
Why?
because it was amazing
What was amazing?
the way they were shooting, and like it would literally take them like 2 shots to get to the.
Oh, Big Uke said -14.
Yeah, see?
That's pretty good.
That is actually one where you'd go on a clubhouse and be like, you have an outside chance to win. I wouldn't say you were going to win. I don't think you could feel like, to me, a tournament should be, and I don't know all the golfers and their levels there, but I would have guessed it'd been -15 to -18 in that range. And you would have been
That's
just
what it
on the
was.
outside.
And I don't even think they used mulligans. We didn't really use mulligans.
Absolutely used mulligans.
Of course they did.
I'll tell you right now, there's no chance they bought those super ticks and didn't use any of those mulligans and got to -14.
I mean, they kept saying, should we use a mulligan? Should we use a mulligan?
Yeah, but they had a lot of them. I'm sorry, Big Uke, you used mulligans, did you not? Like, I'm sorry. If you didn't, you then should have won the tournament, but you guys didn't deserve it in the end because you didn't use your mulligans.
That's how you win, baby.
Yeah, that's how you get to -18.
Yeah. Man, we were -10. We knew we weren't in
they did.
contention, but
Yeah, okay, but we used our mulligans.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Hello.
That's
Okay. But they were honest. I really appreciated that.
Tannis does say, Jasmine and I had a blast, but I don't remember the conversation.
I don't either. I'm sure Tommy does.
shocking. Wow, what a surprise.
Oh my goodness. It was such a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was actually.
Like, I woke up so happy yesterday. Like, I'm like, wow, like, just such good vibes and positivity. It really does do the aura.
I'm worried about.
Do the aura is not the proper word.
Oh, okay.
What are you worried
Close,
about?
good try.
I'm worried about next year.
Why?
We had great weather back to back years.
I know.
Yeah.
We're due.
Like, I actually.
We're due to get it destroyed with rain or something.
I wouldn't mind some clouds. I
We're
got quite the tan.
You have a hat tan, but you had your hat
Yeah.
on backwards the whole time.
Yeah, you never.
look at that.
You always have a hat on.
I know.
You have great hair, like these guys.
No.
Yes,
It's stubborn. It's so stubborn.
but that right there is fine. You just
Then
comb it a little.
Then it gets in the way. And then
You need Swedish hair cream.
see, I need to try it.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, you do. Try it. Then you're gonna get like addicted to having nice hair and everybody complimenting your hair like these guys do, and me obviously. But you know,
True.
No, it was like perfect weather.
It was cooler than last year,
Yeah.
but also like for the morning there was a little bit of cloud cover.
Yeah.
and then for after a while, like the clouds. Then once the sun came out, every so often clouds would come to give a little reprieve, and
there's
then
a
at a
breeze.
certain point, that was just hot.
Yeah.
yeah. Then you're like trying to find a tree. I mean, I was. Maybe that's why I was missing on the mulligans because I'm like, woo.
No, it was awesome. I actually stopped and like looked up and I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect.
So yeah, one of these years we're due.
Hey, it's about to happen and our weather is crazy in Alberta. So, but you know what? 2 for 2 so far. Let's on to the next
Retire
one.
it.
That's a
Go
no.
out on
no,
top.
no way.
The EST Golf Classic is now retired.
2 great years.
Black and white.
We
picture
crushed
comes up,
it.
yeah.
We're going out on top. Never to be had again.
Good energy, though. Good energy. Okay, interesting, by the way, via the inbox 780-218-9999. Discussion around the dollar store thing really
Yeah.
quickly.
Sure.
Okay, Coach Mike said that John Oliver did a segment on dollar stores in the States. They're crazy, minimal employees, boxes everywhere. Dollar Tree is especially brutal. That's from Coach Mike. But then this text comes in and says the Dollar Tree in Fort Saskatchewan, best ever, big, clean, not busy, legit. And then Ian says Liquidation World has the list of all stuff and dates of how long they last after. That's pretty good.
There is no official Liquidation World anymore, is there? There used to be a place called Liquidation World.
I do remember that.
They closed. I remember the one it was on just off Yellowhead, and I think that was 66th? Or was that 82nd?
Liquidation
82nd.
World.
But then there's now like Bianca Moore.
Or big box or something.
Big Box is a little, they're like it,
Okay.
yes. So it's Big Box Outlets, Bianca Moore, Uncle Wieners. There's another Liquidation one.
Is that where we got these chairs?
These chairs are Uncle Wieners.
Right.
Right, nice.
Yeah.
Well,
They do exactly what we
had
wanted
like,
to.
We had like a month to turn this thing around.
I think this is like, and these were the chairs we were kind of envisioning. They were like these, and they're Uncle Wiener. And Dusty's like, oh, I'll go to Uncle Wiener. Because it used to be just over here by the Princess Auto. And then it moved.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's something else over there.
But then these tables are from Avon's.
yes.
Jay brought those in.
Oh, Jen, didn't Liquidation World turn into wholesale? There is wholesale liquidators. But I don't know if that was. I always, I don't know. I like one of those places.
Me too.
You find
Just
good
find
deals.
good deals.
Yeah.
You can.
That's how you have a nice, expensive lifestyle when you save money on that stuff.
Liquidation. This text. Liquidation world went broke. Needed to be liquidated. Oh boy.
No doubt. Another thing is dollar store, like just things that I would have bought online on like Amazon or Sephora for like 10 to 20 bucks. Yeah, $1.75. I was like, what? This is awesome.
Way better.
Yeah.
I'll take you guys when it opens.
Yes.
We'll do an EST
I used to
trip.
live there. I used to live at Dollarama growing up. Just like every half day. Did you guys have that in school? The first Wednesday of each month was a half day?
No.
Every Thursdays were short day for
I had Thursdays.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had Wednesdays. Or did it switch to Wednesdays in high school?
high school. I think was Wednesday. Done at 1.
Wednesday, Thursdays was switched.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be like a couple minutes, and one year to me it would start was like noon.
Yeah. Short day.
Interesting. Yeah, because for pretty much all of elementary and junior high, it was first Wednesday of each month was a half day. Then my grandma would pick us up and give
It
us
was
$3
first
each.
Wednesday of each month. That was it.
Yeah.
Not every week.
Oh, what? You guys had like half
Every
days?
week.
It was
every
short day.
week. Yeah. Short day. It'd be like an
Short
hour
day.
less or 2 hours less. Yeah.
Never had that.
It was
Yeah,
awesome.
I feel like in junior high it was like an hour less or something, but then high school was like even shorter.
yeah.
No.
And then if
great.
you only had one class that day, you're like, I don't even need to go.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, we did not have that. But then I bet you they gave us probably more holidays off.
Yeah, because
Like,
now
there's
there's
random like PD days off and stuff.
there's like a
We had PD days off,
fall
too.
Yeah,
break.
you guys always have a
Yeah,
day off.
there's a fall break which we never had.
I never had that. That sounds some real bull. You know what?
Yeah, all these parents are like, oh, exactly. They have a PD day, and then they got to go to work, and they don't have like childcare for their kids because they have a schedule. You know what it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no,
So you get
Soft.
$3 from your grandma.
yeah, $3 from the grandma pick up me and my sisters. We go to Dollarama, $3 each. Can you guess what I got for my $3?
Pop and chips,
Candy.
candy.
Do you know what you'd get $3 now at Dollarama?
One thing.
Yeah.
yeah, isn't
One
that
bag of
wild?
chips. Yeah.
Bootski also XP Cargo 51st Ave. It was good. I remember XP Cargo.
I do.
I remember there was
My
one in
dad.
Clairview by where the movie theater used to be. Or was it next to that movie theater? I was sad when that one closed.
Maddie, if the internet didn't exist or was not the way it is now, I could see you being one of those guys that would go to like Bartle and Gibson on Saturdays just to see the deals. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go to Princess Auto and see if they've got oil on sale. Do you need an oil change? No, but I will in about 6 months.
Do you know who you sound like right now?
Who?
That kid that you played on the.
I was thinking that, yeah. He's like, I gotta go pick up
up some
sticks,
sticks
and feed the chickens, and
Check the mail.
check the mail. I got the mail.
Any?
Eddie? Yeah. He's got water the grass.
Oh, when it's like I don't want to go out on when your friend doesn't want to go on a weekday. Is it that one with the kid talking?
No, it's the little.
Yeah, it might be that same kid.
I think it is.
It's memed, just it's differently.
Yeah.
The one Tom had, it was like, this guy sounds like a 46-year-old man going through 2 divorces.
and it's
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I think I know that. My friends just sent it to me because I hate going out on the weekday. Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I gotta be done by about 1 o'clock. And the mom goes, it's 5:40.
Yeah.
What? It's 5:40. Oh, yeah.
Adorable.
By the way, this is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Canada Storage, experts more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider by Canadian, 4 weeks free on all units. Check them out, sentinel.ca, for a storage solution that best serves your needs. They're all over the place. There's convenient locations everywhere for you with Sentinel Storage. Eric's trying to make an illegal move in our fantasy football here. Trying to add someone directly to his IR, which is not allowed. They have to be on your active roster and then move to IR. So it's just odd. He's been, as much as there's ripping of McCord, and McCord deserves the most. Eric's had a few issues. He's had a few issues this year. Eric's had a few mistakes this year. Oh, now it's an oh God from him. What happened with the Ottawa D last week?
Uh-oh.
He's walking this over here. Oh, he's going into Dusty. He claimed Bagleton, put him on IR because I dropped Bagleton from my IR. It's a long-term issue injury. I don't
Yeah,
need it.
that injury looked bad. Didn't he tear
Yeah.
up his knee? But is it a keeper league?
Yeah, no keeper
okay.
league. Oh, even if it was a keeper league, he's not worth keeping.
No.
There's too many other players there. But he's trying to do other things there, and it's he's had to drop a player to make his ad.
Reggie Bagleton, by the way, great dude. Like, I hope he gets well soon. Him and I talked about video games for a while, actually.
What kind of video games?
So he's a big Call of Duty guy. And, because we were talking about, I went and did that first Stampeders Ticats game. And we actually did sit downs for it. And we just started like shooting the breeze about video games. Because we were talking about like bringing in new guys, getting them acclimated. And he goes, yeah, it's tougher with rookies because they don't know if they should come hang out with the vets. And, you know, they're not making a lot of money just yet. And he goes, we need to make sure everybody feels like they're welcome and this and that, include them in activities. We like to go for wings on Wednesdays. And we want to make sure the new guys get, you know, kind of become Stampeders and all that. And then he goes, and then we play video games. And I was like, what games? And he goes, Call of Duty. I was like, oh, I'm Fortnite now, but I used to be Call of Duty. And then him and I got into like a long like back and forth about which Call of Duties were good, where he got away from Call of Duty briefly was when it started having like the jetpacks.
Oh, that's when I started.
Yeah,
Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
That was bad.
It lost me.
Yeah.
And then I got back in
That's probably why I never got into COD.
I got back in at Warzone with Cass a little bit because Cass is a very good gamer. He doesn't talk about it, but he is intense. And he's like, when he's on the headset, he's giving you directions and you're like, yeah, I better do what Cass is saying because I want to win. And you do win with Cass. But Cass got me into Warzone, and then Cass was playing Fortnite for a while with his buddies. But yeah, Bagleton says they're back into Call of Duty like big time. And his wife plays Fortnite.
Fortnite's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah. I have never played Fortnite in my life.
I'm sorry.
Who hurt you?
That was like...
I'm good. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy.
Was 2018 Fortnite.
That's like the OG.
Season 2 to 5 was like grade 9 for me, and
There were
into the summer.
They do seasons and chapters.
The hell seasons?
It's
TV shows. TV shows are in seasons.
You know what, Maddie? The best way to describe it to you is basically instead of buying a new game. First of all, Fortnite's free, but you buy like add-ons and stuff like that. But every season, instead of getting a new game, like going and paying $60-$70 for a new game, they redo the game and you download it, like automatically downloads, and it's a new season. Basically, just like the game has been updated. New stuff on the map,
new guns.
Yeah, it's like NHL 26 coming.
Yeah.
It's the updates.
Just call it just a new game or Fortnite. Rename it.
No, they keep re-downloading new games and stuff. You show up, it updates for you. You show up.
Fortnite 23, Fortnite 24. Just give them the years.
That's why they say season whatever chapter.
Because each season is like about 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
and like I would wake up like 5 a.m. for the new season. To play.
Would you?
In school.
That's wild.
We used to have like me and my friends would have like, oh god, we had like Fortnite sleepovers. We're like, I bring 3 of my friends over.
Now we've gone too far.
Let me finish this.
Sure.
I invite 3 friends over. They bring their TVs and their Xboxes, and we'd set up in my basement. We all play squads, like all with their own TVs, and like in my basement.
How do you hook
room.
that up? Like,
what do you mean? Like,
oh, okay, never mind. So you just everybody's got a TV.
Everyone brings their own TV and their Xbox, and we would play squads like in the basement living room.
So everyone would be hooked up to Wi-Fi, and it was good enough to.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it actually did pretty well. And then, and we'd play till like 6 a.m. It was awesome.
That game is really addicting.
Yeah.
Did you play it for 2 weeks?
Fortnite? Mm-hmm. No, I played it for well over 2 years. It took.
What is that a reference to?
What's the difficulty in Fortnite? Is it hard?
Oh, probably like at the esport level, probably the hardest esports out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you look at COD and like Halo and all those esports, you're focusing on shooting and movement.
Yeah.
This game has that, but you're also building at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's building what, like a fort?
Yeah, building protection. Yeah. It's probably the hardest esport to play.
It's kind of, you know what's a fun way to win a match is like when your opponent gets stuck in the storm and then you build walls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's best.
Sorry.
My comment on Fortnite for 2 weeks is Fortnite is for 2 weeks. A fortnight is 2 weeks. So that's what you played it for 2 weeks. It's a fortnight. Jay texts me about Fortnite. Like he's like 2 weeks. Like we're joking about that as in our way, and you guys didn't get it. Brain mush from these video games. These kids these days with their video games.
For the Big Brother cast, few of them are gamers. That's their job. So that'll be interesting to see how they.
They massage what their titles are. Those people are probably just unemployed.
Yeah. Well,
They're calling
one
themselves
guy
gamers. Like he actually got, a contract and stuff. He could say he was a gamer.
Yeah.
I guarantee most
Not
of those
even
guys
though I-
were in like just playing video games because they have no job right now. What is a deadbeat
Imagine.
dad?
Is he the MLB player?
No, there's a guy going on the
no,
show where
he's-
his baby mama, because she's gone off on Facebook saying their kid together is due this month, and he's gone into the Big Brother house.
Do you know his name?
I forgot who his name
But
was.
if he
she
wins,
went off, and people
like-
have found the info, and she went off on him, going, "We're about to have a kid, and now you're going into the Big Brother house."
But if he
Who
wins,
cares?
all will be
It's
well.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be like, I love you.
It's
oh,
money.
babe."
It's sponsors.
Yeah.
You're setting your kid up for life.
You don't get that much from the end of Big Brother, and it's your kid's first birth. Like it's your kid's birth.
Whatever.
As a non-parent, though,
get-
I think
if
I
I
could
get
probably
500
speak to like any I think
Hold
any
on.
parent's gonna agree with me right now on this one. That it's
Wait.
kind of like one of those things. Like, hey, that's kind of pretty cool. Big moment is to be with your kid as opposed to maybe playing Big Brother.
Maddie, is it 500 grand they win? I forgot.
$750.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying 750 or to
A
watch your kid
chance
be
to
born.
win it, which he probably could do it next year. They could probably cast him
Kid
next year.
ain't going anywhere.
A lot of these people go in it every year.
What?
Or like they go
Oh,
in, they apply
every year.
and they're like, a lot of people, like when you watch Life, they're like, yeah, I was a finalist last year or something to get on the show.
I want the 750. I'd tell my mans, you go do you.
If he wins,
go in the
she will
750.
not have any issue whatsoever.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Guarantee.
So it's
Yeah.
$750. Immediately, the government takes like half because the U.S. taxes on winnings. So now you're down to like a few $100,000. It's split between the two of them. Like you're not set up for life in any way, shape, or form. You're not getting sponsorships.
Well, some
from
of them
Big
do
Brother.
when you're very likable. When you're
Yeah,
very
this guy's
likable.
already not going to be likable because he's a deadbeat dad. He goes in as a deadbeat dad. I don't know what sponsors are going to want to
they-
jump on board with
Wait,
him.
there's like got to be more context to this. Like, are they together? Are they not? Are they married? Like, there's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Doesn't matter.
Is he
It's your
really
fir-
a
it's a
deadbeat?
kid.
Kid's not born yet. All of a sudden, this guy wins.
I don't know. Like, what if he's trying to look out for his new young
what I'm
family
saying.
by winning a large chunk of money to get things going in the right
We're a
direction?
room
Exactly.
full of
Kids ain't cheap.
non-parents, and I feel like I'm the most closest to being a parent on this. Yep.
The audacity.
Yep.
In this
no,
room
I'd
right
say
now.
yes to that. That's a fair
Like-
comment.
Too good.
We've seen athletes ditch sports games and stuff because they want to go be with the family for the birth of their kids.
One game. Big deal.
A Big Brother game where you could be out in 1 week and you miss the birth of your kid for nothing.
Then don't suck. Wow.
Think about coming home with $750,000 for a new baby.
Yo, that's like the
Like-
dream.
That's
So
a-
again, half
college.
of that,
Yeah.
and then
all that stuff is good.
this guy, like, he's a full womanizer and stuff. So it's like not full. He's not doing this for the kid. He's not.
Sticking with
And I
the
guarantee
He
the
wants
first
a
thing.
pocket
I
list.
guarantee when I watch this tonight, and he comes on, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm ready to get into a relationship." That's what he's gonna say.
man. Yeah.
Guarantee that's what he's going to say too.
Oh, I love it. I'm so
He's
excited now.
ditching
to
the
watch.
family. So if he wins it all, he's going out on top. I mean, I don't know. Like you could deck out a nice room for the baby.
That's what I'm
With
saying.
that money.
Daycare's paid for. A nanny that I'm always talking about. You have a nanny now.
if you do it properly. And if you lose,
Yeah.
then you're a deadbeat dad.
Northside
Yeah,
sandwich.
exactly.
I think deadbeat dad is harsh. To the parents who get sent to war back and they get called deadbeat dads. That's very different. Like, let's not be comparing sending somebody whose job is to be
Too
in the
funny.
military or back in the day get drafted into the military to get sent to war, which is out of your control. Compare them to being deadbeat dads to a guy going on Big Brother.
That's a good point. It's a little
Let's
different.
not compare these in any way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. These aren't apples to oranges. This is a coffee cup to. I don't even know what to put it on.
Spruce tree.
Sure.
Like, they're not the same.
VR, deadbeat dad probably has more baby mamas out there, plenty of births to miss.
Oh, I guess we'll find out on Facebook.
It is not a once in a lifetime scenario. As a follower of Big Brother, these people could get another chance to get on.
If he wins, Dad of the Year.
Yeah.
Jay Milne. I call BS on Jasmine allowing her significant other to miss childbirth for a reality TV show, as you just said. it would be regretted for the rest of their lives.
Do you know how many of these she would do to him?
You're not gonna be here for
I
the
don't think
birth
so.
of my kid.
Yeah.
Do I really?
Dad
time.
of 3 with the mic drop there. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
LT's asking for us to get to the Howard Talk.
Oh no, they beat that dead
kill
horse
you.
on the morning show. Yeah.
LT.
Kind of a big topic. Hangout headlines brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Terms and conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. Book your tee time today by visiting theranchgolf.com. Why don't we care about Ike Howard?
Because we talked about it so much already, and it's all hypothetical lines. And I told these boys, I don't want to talk about lines, but we can talk about pickup lines. You know, something fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's about the Oilers. Where's all the positivity around the Oilers?
So much positivity, but goodness gracious, sometimes you just need a mental break. It's the summer. There was a gentleman, I believe, in the Nasty Chat that talked about rugby. So rugby's
That's
going
coming
on.
up this weekend.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He actually wrote something about there was a huge upset, I believe, with Japan and. I gotta scroll up here.
I think there's rugby matches at Commonwealth this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That would be cool to check out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it Commonwealth?
Is it not Commonwealth?
I have no idea. I just know the Elks play on Sunday.
Oh, I figured you would know about the
Oh,
rugby
sorry.
championship.
No, not
I don't
at
know about
Commonwealth.
what?
My bad.
A rugby championship.
I don't know anything about rugby. It is one of the sports I haven't
It
fully
is.
gotten to.
Japan was just destroyed by France in rugby.
It's at Clark. That's right. It's at Clark Stadium.
Oh, it's at Clark? Oh, so they must have opened Clark.
LT
Yeah.
is conducting the show.
Put new
Spoken
field
the
down.
bear.
I know they're putting new field down, and I didn't know when they were opening up Clark, so Clark's now
So-
open. That's awesome.
Okay, Saturday at 5, Canada against Belgium at Clark Stadium. And then where's the second
awesome.
one? Ooh, where is it?
Okay, I'm calling out quickly. Northside Sandwich again and Jen. A bunch of people without kids talking about kids is the best. LOL. Isn't it great? Northside. LOL. Here's the thing. I'm because I remember this from Yukon Jack because Bob Stauffer used to get mad at Yukon Jack before he had kids, calling out parenting and stuff. I will say this as from non-parents here. That then means we're not allowed to say anything about the NHL because you never played in the National Hockey League.
Oh.
That's it's you can't say
true.
just because you're not parents, you can't talk about being a parent. Then no one could talk about anything in professional sports or anything that you've never done.
Still using that.
Yeah.
Calling that one, I remember you going to Stoff with that one, going like, "Hey, also I've been a child. I've been on the other side of this situation. I may not have been a parent, but I was in the other half of that relationship. I was in the child part of this. So don't be calling us up like, oh, you guys are childless. It's fun listening to you guys talk about this. Because then I don't want to hear you guys talking about the National Hockey League or the CFL or any of those things. I'll call you out for that one right back at you.
Yeah,
It's so funny watching people who've never played professional sports talk about professional sports. Huh? There we go.
Sassy Maddie.
Wow,
EST
that was a good rant.
would be Belzy, Joaquin, and Cass.
Yes.
That would be the station.
That would be it.
I just
fun,
remember
but-
that from
yeah.
Yukon Jack.
So Bob went
Bob
to...
used to always kiss. You could do his big yaps and he would talk about parenting or something.
But then Bob...
And then
Jack
Bob had
became a
kids,
kid.
so he'd get upset with Uke at the time
about
it. And Uke would say he would bring that up to Bob. And this is before he had his kids.
Before Bob or
Before Uke had his kids.
Before Uke
he
had
would
his
say
kids.
these.
Yeah, yeah.
Now Uke's father of 2.
Yeah.
The oldest is over 10.
I know. Eric's just having a day. The second Canada match is on Friday the 18th at 7 against Spain. The first one, Belgium, this Saturday at Clark Stadium at 5 p.m.
Jason LeDuc, don't be naive enough to think they don't get paid to appear on Big Brother. They don't. They get a small fee for each week. It is a very small fee. I have watched Big Brother for now going to be my 27th year on this planet. I know a fair bit about Big Brother. They get a very small fee. It's like working any other job type fee, if not lower. The only people that get paid more to go on Big Brother are the returning house guests. They get paid more because they want those returning house guests to come back on the show and they could demand something. All these newbies, they don't get paid to go on Big Brother. They get a very small fee and they get only so much for being in that house. It's not a lot. So they're not
Really?
paying off their mortgage by being on Big Brother. They win at this whole thing. Yeah, they'll win $750,000. But just being in the house does not get you paid. It does not. Again, I have followed Big Brother for 27 years.
That's how long it's been
This
on
is
the
season 27.
Yeah,
This is, and it's, they've, oh wait, okay, 26 years.
So it started
Because
in
1 year they did 2
1999?
years. 1 year they did 2 years. It started in 2000.
2000, okay. It's a long time. You're very committed to Big Brother.
And I watched
So
every
am I.
Canada.
Me too.
I watched,
Me
there was a
too.
Big Brother that people forget about called Over the Top, which is online only. I watched that one. I have watched them all in Canada and the US. I have watched the live feeds. I have read forums about this show. I know some things about this. You ain't getting paid on Big Brother.
Still taking the $750.
But yes,
the childbirth.
they do get paid to a degree. But again, it's a small fee just because they got it. They're leaving their jobs and stuff. It's not a lot. Very small.
Yeah, I'm with Maddie on
You
this.
were
one.
impassioned.
Yeah.
I respect that.
But we will talk lots of Big Brother. Hope, as
I'll go into it throughout the summer, like once a week, a little recap.
Yeah, we will. We'll do that. Because a lot of people do love it, and people that don't understand, it's like you have to see. Like, I could not go on Survivor, but I can definitely go on Big Brother. I think everybody could go on Big Brother. That you can always put yourself in those people's shoes and see what you would want to do. What? You laughed.
No, I didn't laugh. I just don't.
If you had to pick one reality show you'd want to go on,
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
I would
Really?
win that. I would win. Not even kidding. You.
interesting.
No.
It's not like
favorite
Family
reality
Feud
show.
or like Jeopardy.
It's my favorite reality show. It's Big Brother.
But I want a big
Without
prize.
question.
By the way, I gotta sign us up for Family Feud still. They're taking applications for Canada.
Let's do it. EST.
The EST, Family Feud.
Yeah,
sick.
it would be so much fun.
Have you ever seen when Always Sunny in Philadelphia goes on Family Feud?
No.
It's so good. Oh, it's so good. I can't describe it, but it's just hilarious. Like, there's got to be a clip on YouTube. But if you haven't watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, do yourself a favor, please do. It's like Charlie Day, Glenn Howard, Howerton,
I need to watch that show still.
I know. I hear great things about it.
the guy that's with Ryan Reynolds on Wrexham. Oh God, what's
Rob
his name?
McElhaney.
Rob
Who's
McElhaney.
apparently trying to change his name.
To what? And his wife. Oh God,
I thought they got divorced.
Danny DeVito's in it as well.
Or is this a joke? No, he's legally changed his name to Rob Mack.
Well, his character's name is Mac in the show. He also put on like 100 pounds once for a season of the show. Then came back like just jacked. Yeah.
The thing with Family Feud is, though, if we all go and one of you say something stupid, I'm going to get mad at you.
What if it's you that says something stupid?
Me? Right?
Amazing Race says Edmontonian in Ontario. That would be good.
Yeah, that'd be hard,
Olsen,
though.
thank
That's
you.
hard.
Thank you, EMG. He married Caitlin Olsen, who plays D, Sweet D. And Danny DeVito is their dad, Frank. It's a crazy show.
I've seen like 2 episodes and I've enjoyed them. I've just never sat down and watched the show. And now I'm too like scared to get into it because of how long it's been on. And
Yeah,
if I do
there's
enjoy
so
it,
many.
the commitment to catch up.
Exactly.
You don't have to, though. You can dive in whenever. And
But
you're
I'm
just
going to
like,
want to
this is
binge
insane.
it. I'm the type of guy that's going to want to binge it then.
Yeah.
And it's 16 seasons. Is
Yeah.
it not more?
They've tried to walk away, and FX keeps being like, no, we'll throw more money at you guys. You keep it going.
I'm just too scared to now get into it because I know I'm just going to enjoy it. And then I'm just going to be stuck for like 2 months watching as many episodes I can to catch up.
Benny watched Quarterback.
Yeah, the new season came out.
Who was in it?
Burrow, Goff, and Cousins.
Is that where the clip from Cousins came out that he showed a picture of himself to the haircut? Or where's that trending from?
Oh, maybe. I've only seen clips of Burrow getting pissed at his coach after they won. The coach is like, "Hey, like, let's take this win. Like, let's enjoy it." And he goes, "No, like, F that. Like, this is embarrassing. Like, whatever, blah, blah, blah." So I was like, "Oh, new season must came out." So I watched the first episode.
I like
pretty
Joe
good.
Burrow.
It's good.
Yeah,
I love Joe Burrow.
Burrow seems like such a good dude.
I want to see. Did he show the Batmobile?
Okay, so I got to tell you about that.
Please do.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, they were mentioning that like in this season, like this is when his house gets broken into
Yeah,
from this
yeah.
past season. So I haven't hit that episode, but I'm curious to see what happens there.
So after that, I guess he was so traumatized that he ended up canceling the Batmobile.
Yeah.
He said he no
No.
longer, yeah, I know. He said he no longer kind of wants like that spotlight and that attention. And I felt really bad for him because like that's Burrow's. Like that's why he's a Burr with his like, you know, his jewelry, his outfits and all that. And I don't want that to go away because of something like this. But I mean, if you think about it, his house was like, it
Yeah,
was not even was it robbed, but it was like trashed.
Damaged,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
Oh,
think
wow.
walking into something like that, and you're
Yeah,
like, he's still
scary.
a young man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I can only
Yeah,
imagine.
I like the 3 quarterbacks they chose. I thought it was pretty good representation of like you have the flashy, cool, Joe Burrow.
Joe Cool.
Yeah. Goff who's like a
In the middle, kind of?
kind of
Yeah.
kind of the middle, like guy who was like traded by by his old team and felt like he was misunderstood, like he was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
And then Cousins the old
Yeah.
like redneck, like just guy that's in there just
I don't care for Kirk Cousins. I don't know.
I don't
why.
either.
He's just
don't
like a
either.
super personal guy that's just like family man, like just typical
Loves
dad.
God and all that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
He wears
regular dude.
He wears khaki pants and a button-up
Yeah.
flannel shirt every
Yep.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
He's an average quarterback
Yeah.
that tries to act like he's better than that. I feel like it's like
Yeah.
that. The one
True.
thing so when he was walking, I think it was in Washington when he was yelling, "Do you like that?
Yeah.
You like
Yeah,
that?"
yeah.
I was like, "Well, okay, cool. You won a game,
Nice.
but like, what's your
Sick.
playoff record?"
You're so right. And then like there was like the one when he was like in a private jet and he took all the chains. There was chains.
Kirk O'Chains.
Yeah.
That was the nickname.
Yeah, there was a clip trending of him where he'd like, I think he was at some place and he grabbed a picture of himself from like a magazine to like point to the reference of what he wanted with his hair done. I don't know, maybe it was an ad for the place that he was going to or something.
That's funny though.
Yeah, I want this.
Yeah. Me
So-
in a magazine. Yeah.
I've never watched that QB show.
I
was
watched
really
the
good.
first season. It was good. I mean the few
yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, I
but
like
it's good to throw it on.
Yeah, I like the. I'm always such a big fan of like seeing the behind the scenes of athletes.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm always.
What's up?
Okay, first time texter, well played. No name on it. Miss the birth of our child. I'm naming it after an ex.
Oh,
That is text of the day if we had it on this show.
oh.
That is savage.
That is savage.
So
that is
naming the kid that like one of your exes or the father's ex.
No.
no, but I would assume your own ex because that's like
This sounds
Yeah.
like this is
Yeah.
this is the mom.
But I wonder what would
So
hurt.
like,
What would hurt
Brad
more?
is my ex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
what,
and-
what would hurt more though? Because if you're the dad and you have to call your kid your ex's name for the
Your
for
wife's ex's name.
or yeah,
No,
or
it'd be
your
the wife's
ex.
exes
Yeah,
because you're always
yeah,
thinking about them.
yeah,
true,
it would hurt me
true.
more
Yeah,
if
I
it was
guess,
like my
yeah.
man's ex,
Yeah,
right?
true. Yeah,
Like-
that's a good point.
That's checkmate.
That's-
That's like checkmate.
Yeah.
I like
First
it.
time texter.
Well,
Very
I
nice.
guess like I don't know how this is something I then wouldn't know because this is I've never actually experienced. So then I would this one could defer to parents. Do
would be
if it's
harsh.
you're by yourself and the dad's not there, do you get to just decide the name?
Yes.
How does that work?
Unless you're in good terms, then no.
Because if you're not
sometimes-
there, like
Yeah.
is it?
Because sometimes parents
Do you have to
wait
both?
like a
Yeah,
day or
yeah,
two.
I feel like there's been some unnamed child for,
Yeah, like
Lots.
for the first little bit.
That's
yeah.
right. They do
Well,
like
they're
a boy and
thinking,
girl
but-
list or
How does the final say work or whatever? So if she goes in by
Yeah.
herself, and is she
Yeah.
allowed to do it by herself? Because then if that's the case, then that's. Ugh.
some already have a name you're right, which is interesting. But then I like it when they base it on the personality of the kid. Like what,
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like you have 9 months.
I
Come up with a name.
This is-
I feel you should have one for the
yeah,
birthday.
what the hell else are you thinking about,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
this is an honest question. Have any parents out there like given their kid a name and then like changed it a couple days later?
Ooh,
Have you heard of
that's
that?
I
happen?
have, yeah.
That's got to be
I had
somewhat
one.
normal.
One, yeah, I know. They had like a very traditional Punjabi name that was very hard to pronounce by everybody, and
Yeah.
then they changed it to something a little bit more.
Steve.
Yeah, I think it was a Sunny, but
Oh, Sonny.
went from like a Harbutchin to a Sunny or something.
Like the name Sonny.
Yeah, you betcha.
Jason LeDuc in the Nash chat has a good point. Like, imagine if that X is like the same name, so it would be Junior. If it was a dude.
Oh,
That would be bad.
But it wouldn't be junior.
technically,
Yes,
it would
but-
not be,
but-
but,
Well, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
it's-
junior at all.
it wouldn't. Yeah, but
Oh, I guess yeah. If it's the not the full name.
but if she wanted to really
Yeah,
stick
yeah,
it to
really
the dad,
stick it
Yeah,
to-
the juniors for the full like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's
but
Steve
then
Smith Senior, Steve Smith Junior.
yeah, or
Yeah.
then if I was the dad, I'd be like, I have a lot of questions for you now. I'm a little bit worried here.
Jason LeDuc changed his kid's name on the way to the hospital. See, I think it happens because you like get a vibe.
I've had some where I think I've had some where like I've heard like if baby's born, we're waiting on the like we still haven't fully decided. on the
Yeah.
name. I've had those texts from friends or
Right,
family
right.
where it's babies come. I've seen the picture and they haven't confirmed the name yet.
Yeah, yeah.
think everyone's a little different on those things.
But
I just don't know how
but
it would-
calling the baby a name and then like a week later being like, nah. But Jasmine with Harbinger.
Our budget.
Harbunchen. Sorry. Anyway, I suppose it does happen, but you don't really hear about it. No. I have not gone through this process.
Neither have I.
Yeah. Anyway.
Portions of this hour of the EST Hangout, they're brought to you by the Hive Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out. thehiveproductmarketing.com. Those patches, I think, will be part of the Nasty Club pack
Very
for 2025-26. That's because that's coming up. I'll have to start thinking about that actually quite soon.
I'm very excited about these patches. I have 2 backpacks that are patch ready. One because Shoggy was making fun of a backpack I am currently using for like the gear when I go to the rink. I have like my mic.
Yeah, didn't he spend like $700 on a backpack or something?
I think his was closer to $900.
Oh, okay,
And
sorry.
he's got his initials in it, and he spilled a full coffee in it too. So mine I got for free at the All-Star game in 2014.
Funny enough, his cousin golfed in the EST Golf Classic before he's ever golfed in the EST Golf Classic. Cousin was there a couple
How about
days
that?
ago.
Interesting.
Did you guys see that golf video with the fight? I want to talk
course.
about that quickly.
Yeah, we should.
Oh yeah.
He's not getting
do you guys,
charged.
Do you guys know
Yeah,
where?
he's not good.
Alberta
Please
Springs.
sit
Yeah,
down.
okay. I was gonna say like my
Tarnasky?
dad was at my dad was wondering like I bet you that's probably at a course in Alberta. Yeah, sure enough, Alberta Springs.
Now, where do you
Just
want to
near
start with
Red Deer.
this? Where do you want to start with
Oh,
this?
just thought it was hilarious.
That one guy, like, was he on drugs?
Dude.
Something.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that guy's definitely on cocaine. Like,
That's what I was thinking.
the way he got up from the water and started charging back,
But just
and he
like,
wouldn't give up.
But Jazzy, like, even the way he was going, like, oh, you want to, like, oh, this guy's an idiot. Like, what a dumbass. And
Yeah.
then, like, don't
I mean,
poke the ball, man.
Well, yeah. NHL enforcer.
Yeah.
like
But and then the other thing too is like on a golf course is okay, sometimes things get. I've seen one fight almost, and it didn't happen, thank God, because it was a bunch of old guys. But like everybody's in the same boat. Like if you're holding people up, you're being an asshole.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. And you should realize we're playing slow. And if somebody's asking
Legit.
either
Play
to A, speed it up, or B, like,
through.
what do you get? Like, can we play through?
Yeah. Let 'em go.
Abide and oblige. But to like, well, this guy, clearly he was messed up.
Yeah, he was inebriated.
You saw this video, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just
But
trying
he's
to
an
think
adult.
if I've ever like even seen close to a fight at a golf course. I don't
It
think I
shouldn't
have.
happen.
Did I-
I
First
know,
of
but
all.
I'm just trying to remember if I've
Did
ever
I talk
actually
about
seen
seeing
close.
mine? I feel like I talked about on the Hangout. I saw a fight go down
No.
at Meadowview
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the parking lot. Right,
What?
right,
Oh, yeah.
front, right,
You've
right by,
mentioned
yeah,
this
right by 16. Because 16's right in front of the parking
Yes,
lot.
yes.
Yeah, I watched.
What
some
happened there?
Yeah, what was
Some
the
old
issue?
guys were done their round and they just went to town on each other. Just boom, boom. Like yeah, like I'm on 16. I teed off, and I just hear a bunch of screaming. I look back and it's just like guys just losing it on each other.
Were they on the
going
same
at it.
team?
No, yeah, I think it was the same. Like,
Okay.
same group.
Yeah.
and just 2 guys were just going at it. Just yeah, you could hear the smacks from the fists on.
Did any of
That's
them yell
not good.
bang as they were landing punches? 'Cause
which I
that
was
is-
like that. That's the funniest part of the video.
And he's holding him up like he's on skates too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm gonna throw you in the leg.
Yeah,
well,
Tells him.
yeah, but the one guy's like the guy who initiated it is yelling and doing like the like whatever.
yeah.
It's, if I had this idiot yelling at me like that and I just threw him in the lake and then he comes back at me and I just pick him up and I dummy him, I would throw a couple of bangs in there too because you know how easy it is.
My favorite part of the whole video is the last time the guy goes at him, and you could like my dad was showing me. There's a screenshot of the like being thrown in the air, and he's literally sideways in the middle of the air, just full blown sideways, just like a dead,
ragdoll.
just literally just a rag doll, just like a little doll, just thrown around, like full blown sideways midd of the air.
He gave him a break.
Yeah.
He literally gave him a break. Like, get out of my face.
And the
There
way
you
he
go.
lands too, I'm like, oh god, that's just he's not capable of standing up anymore after
Yeah.
that. He's a
I'd
dude.
imagine his face to be all like,
I
just
gotta,
like,
I gotta find that screenshot.
I feel like you gotta move at that point.
'cause it's
Like
so
you cannot show
embarrassing.
your face ever
Yeah,
again in town or
absolutely.
anything like
Yeah.
Like
You gotta move to a place that doesn't know golf.
What's the
or
guy's name
something.
again?
Tarnasky.
Yeah, I
Like-
kind of remember him.
He played like 200 and
I
something
know,
games.
the name
yeah.
rung a bell.
Yeah.
He's with
No
the
pun intended.
Panthers right now, right?
No,
He's
he's
retired.
retired.
Oh, he's retired.
I thought he was with the KHL.
Let me put this up.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, please do. Now, again, this should not happen on a golf course, but like the guy that got thrown into the lake was asking for it.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
he charged at him
You're an
to start,
adult,
got
man.
thrown into the lake, got up, charged
Yeah.
at him again,
Yes.
got punched
In the face.
got up, charged at him again. So he kept like, and it's like, okay, you're charging at this guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's going to defend himself.
Exactly.
And the RCMP put out a statement. They're like, there won't be any charges. Our investigation is concluded. Nobody wanted to press charges. Like, so the guy that got his ass kicked left. They said that there wasn't anyone to talk to. Yeah.
Well, you don't want to be that guy. Like Max Bezozu in the Nasty Chat just said, poor guy, my ultimate goal in life is to not go viral for the wrong reason. Like,
Oh, there it is.
you don't want to go viral for that wrong reason. And
oh, totally.
He's just falling sideways in the middle of the air.
Literally sleeping. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
So tough.
And like,
And the guy that was recording, he was on whose side? The dumbass's side?
Turner.
No, he was
Okay.
he was on yeah. He was
Okay.
on the fighters.
He's like, I'm recording. Goodness on tape. Like the whole audio was
on
hilarious too.
record.
Yeah. Constantly
it's on
reminding them.
record.
Yeah. Such a shit show.
it's bad. Like all of it's fun to mock, but like
Funny
it's not good.
because that
That's
guy
not
deserved
good.
it, Tommy. If it was like,
I know. I'm not saying he
this is why it's
doesn't.
hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
grow up.
Don't fight on the golf course, and I don't
Have
blame
some
Turner.
respect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, me
and
neither.
like they're talking like to Red Deer Minor Hockey is his job
because he coaches U17.
Yeah, no, and it shouldn't be.
And the youth team is looking at it. Like they said that came out that the youth
Yeah,
association's
but,
looking
like,
at
come
his
on,
employment.
man,
and
like-
it's one like that. This is like, you can't fire him.
Yeah.
No, everything because it was on record is right there. It's open and closed. Like RCs are like, no, we're not investigating.
I
Like
love that.
those
I'm gonna
guys.
throw you
no
in
The
the
charges
altercation
were
happened.
pressed.
Like it is.
Yeah,
what it is.
like
it's-
guys being
Yeah.
dumb. Like,
Not gonna lie, I was gonna throw Godfather into the pond. I'm not gonna lie, he was dead.
What's wrong with Godfather?
He was doing one of those like, because he was golfing in front of us, and then when it come to like when I'd come to golf, he'd come like kind of right up, and he'd just make me so nervous and stand there. And then I just obviously like I get nervous, and my shot's not great. And then what do you think? What do you think happened? Just standing there with his 2 beers in his hand, like.
So he's just watching you?
Yeah.
And he laughed at you? Yeah, deal with it.
You get to hold me back at one point. Godfather. Every time this guy had
You
two-
can't let him see you sweat like that. Otherwise, he's going to keep doing it.
Yeah, you know, I turn around and be like, stop it.
He won a couple of prizes actually at the tournament.
Unreal prizes, by the way.
What did he win? He won a chair, and then he won the stuff from Game Sense.
nice.
And then what else did he win? I thought he won something else. 'Cause I had to go. Oh, a hat. Yeah. VR Montenegro. I know your pain, Jasmine. I know. Jay was telling me because he was behind VR's group. He got VR a couple times yelling jackass mid swing.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
VR had a good time,
Yeah,
didn't he?
Jay would just jackass right as VR is swinging.
So
in it.
mean. Oh my goodness.
Tanis won longest putt. Yeah, I got to email those winners because I think you won tickets. I got it all written down. I got to deal with that. That's on my list for things to do today. Don't do the hangout on Fridays, Jasmine from Bronco Nick,
Why?
because Godfather's here often.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
Godfather's a big
too-
fan of beer of the week,
Yeah.
understandably. And Friday's food sometimes mysteriously shows up, which is always a great treat.
That's the thing. I love Godfather, but at the golf course that day, I was just like, I'm gonna ragdoll him too.
Then you're gonna go bang,
Yeah.
bang.
While he holds his 2 beers in his hand. Yeah.
Just take it outside, not inside. Take it off EST property.
Okay. For HR Daddy finds out. Yeah.
HR Daddy, hey, shout out to the Nielsen crew. They look good. I like when I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. It's fun when teams have
Yeah.
like the
Coordinate,
uniform
yeah.
or the look and stuff. Like you're like, yeah, okay.
Combine crew.
Yeah,
That's us,
combine
the
crew looking
had-
good.
Yeah.
I must say Tammy looked unreal when she came up. She was like, oh my goodness, that outfit,
Oh.
she rocked it. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
It's good. It just adds a vibe. And then Wayne from Wayne Sports Card, like the pirate. Everybody was like, "Look at the pirate thing." I had no idea it was Wayne.
He says he does it all the time and stuff.
It was
I must have missed it last year
My
if he did
mom
it.
loved it. She's like, well, "Look at that pirate," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know it's crazy." She's like, "That's awesome."
Your
By the way,
mom
she
was
might be
awesome.
stopping by today. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang it. I told her I was going to give you a Louis Vuitton sample to give her for perfume. Yeah.
She
I
would
got to
love
put that
it.
reminder in my phone.
Why'd you go whoa to that?
Louis Vuitton.
Fancy ladies.
Best perfume. But it's like you got to try it before you buy it.
Eva G.
Oh, yeah.
All
okay,
about them
never mind.
samples.
What are you gonna say?
No, I can't. I can't.
Okay.
Off air.
We'll
What do
save
you
that
mean?
for off air. Save it till off air.
Okay. Oh, was it like a. Okay.
Dude, you don't have to keep going when he's saying off air.
Yeah, say
When
that.
somebody says
What
that
do
you're talking
mean,
about something, you
Jazz?
don't just
God.
keep pushing on it and keep going onto it to try to cause more issues here. There's a reason he's saying
I
off
think
the
I'm
air.
right.
God,
I don't think we were like, no, tell us more, Benny. Tell us more. Is it this?
Yeah.
Like, no. EST, it's presented by Play Alberta. Download the app today. Check them out, playalberta.ca. Promo codes for the month of July, EST Sports. Deposit 20, get a $50 free sports bet. Deposit 5, you get promo code YEG50 and you get a $50 free sports bet. I've got my free 50 sitting there still right now for one of those. One of those I hit. I put it on the Elks last weekend. The other 50, I'm waiting to decide what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it right now. Just because I stay away from baseball. I just
Baseball's
I'm not
tricky.
following it enough
Yeah.
during the season to be like, oh, okay, well, so baseball I find a tough one, and so I'm waiting for like the CFL weekend. Although I just don't know what to make of the CFL weekend. Right now, Dusty CFL teaser is still up at plus 600. For Alberta, which is Stamps covering 6.5, Elks to win money line, and something on the Chuck Wagons that Jay put in. That's still plus 600. But the early bird bet that Dusty threw up. Why did he do that?
Jay hit on his chuck wagon yesterday.
Yeah, his play of the day. Dusty's early bird bet, he did like a Riders to win, Hamilton to win, Elks Lions 50 plus points. That's plus 272. Usually on Lock Shop on Thursday or something, we build a CFL parlay. No, I can't do a CFL parlay with Dusty on the Lock Shop. We'll have to come up with something else. Maybe we'll do a touchdowns one or something. We'll have to figure it out. But keep it locked to the Lock Shop because Dusty and I will be on today. But CFL this weekend, yeah. What the lines? Oh, Ticats are now 6.5 point favorites.
Who's
That's
favorite?
what Elks 2.5
Who's
points.
favorite, Elks or BC?
Lions 2.5 points, and then the Riders are 5.5 points. Those lines they're big. Outside of the Elks, like the Ticats going to 6.5, almost a touchdown. It's a lot of points.
Is it going to be a nice day on Sunday?
It's supposed to be.
Awesome.
If it's 30, I get to wear a golf shirt.
Really?
Yeah, instead of a suit. Could have used that last weekend.
Oh no, weather's changed a little bit here. Let me load up one of the things.
I thought I saw it was.
It's raining now, maybe.
Yeah.
As of yesterday, it wasn't.
I'm
Let's
just
do
gonna,
a 10-day
I'm
forecast.
going to bring a
here.
wardrobe for all seasons on Sunday.
It says cloudy on the Apple one.
It's maybe be a little muggy.
20 high of 23, cloudy.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, this is not
That's
good.
fine.
Right now,
If it's like that, that would be good.
for kickoff, about 16, and it's going to cool a little bit. There's at about, if I'm reading this right, 6 o'clock, a good rain showers coming in. So during the game, a bit of rain right now. But this is Alberta forecast. Changed
Yes,
quite a
thank
bit.
you.
But at this
Never mind.
moment, as the game's underway, there will be a bunch of rain
I will
coming
bring
in.
my blue and baby
Which-
blue TSN issued rain jacket, which will look awful.
We'll see what's
Or poncho?
happening. Javon Leake on the injured list yesterday did not practice.
Robbie
Smith.
That's the one I was talking about, the injury. It looked bad. He was in the tent for a while.
And when did that happen then?
Third quarter.
Oh, so they finished the game without him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He had a huge bandage, like almost his entire arm, and then they put ice on it. He was in the tent for a good 10 to 15 minutes. The doctor had to come in. The ATs were all over it. So, yeah, that one I'm a little bit worried about.
Well, yeah, and they don't have Noah Curtis this season already, so that would be a bit of a blow. Javon Leake, after what happened last week, he had a couple nice returns. Obviously, the touchdown in there. Him and Rankin, and it's important having both those guys going.
Thunder and lightning.
But David Beard, did I see they activate him off the 6th too? He wasn't just there practicing a little bit. I thought I saw David Beard's been activated.
He was walking around obviously you don't know what I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but he was just in his street clothes walking around on the sidelines. I don't know. Hopefully he's good to go because they could use him on
Transactions.
on the O-line again.
I was gonna ask Maddie about PSG.
Well, we're still talking CFL right now, though.
We'll get to PSG.
Okay, good.
Well, we got to talk some CFL. Have you been following the CFL? You said this.
Of course I
you said-
haven't.
Oh, you didn't. Okay. Your
No, I
thoughts so
haven't. I
far?
watched the Elks game. I saw Tommy
Hey
killing
there.
it.
Yes, thank you for the mess. That was very
Made
nice.
for it, honey. Made for it.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, of course I've been keeping up. I want to come to one of the tailgates.
They're awesome.
Yeah, and see all the nasties and the boys.
Yeah, Dave Campbell. He's tweeted yesterday. David Beard has been removed from the team's 6-game injured list. He was limited at practice yesterday. Not sure about Sunday. And also don't know about Robbie Smith, John Leak. But yeah, David Beard's already been activated off the injured list.
That's good.
Which, well, it surprises me a little bit.
Because he was only on for what? One or 2 weeks? One. He missed 2 games or one?
two.
He missed Winnipeg.
Two. Yeah.
And he missed
And then he missed last
Ottawa.
week. And so now, and then they have a bye next week.
Do you
Is
get
it not?
penalized for being taken off too early?
Yes, I thought you did. I thought like maybe
Bless you.
some of the rules is if you're off early, then like the 6-game gives you a little bit of cap relief, but if you pull them off early, then the whole cap goes back on or something
Yeah.
for that. So that's why I'm a little surprised. Like if he doesn't play this week, 'cause the Elks,
And the O-line, I mean, it was
yeah,
Ottawa,
Elks have
but
bye next week. So like, why wouldn't you keep him on and activate him after that?
unless he's just good to go and you feel like you need him in there.
Well, that's the
I
other thing.
understand.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be interesting watching then the injury report today.
Yeah.
To see what's going on with David
they finish
Beard.
up at
Because
just
yeah,
around 10
it
or 1
would
o'clock.
it would be weird cap management if you pull him off now, he doesn't play, you're on a bye next week. Like it just seems like you've now maybe lost the chance to save a little bit of cash. Who knows
Yeah.
when you're going to need it?
And that's not a 1 week thing. That's a 2 week swing, like you said,
Yeah.
with the bye.
Like if it was next week, I could see, okay, we want to make sure we get some extra practice time with him and have him good to go against Saskatchewan. But
Yeah.
it's the bye and then it's Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
So unless maybe they're thinking, well, we don't get a lot of practice next week because it's a bye week.
Guys go away.
Get him in now, deal with the cap situation. Ed must feel confident then enough in also his cap situation to be able to do this a little bit early.
They have to know that, obviously, before they make that decision to pull him off the 6 game. Also, just in general, I think having 2 buys within the first 7 weeks of the season sucks. Because they get 3, each team gets 3, right?
Yeah.
It's just, it feels like you, and last week going into the game, the guys were all talking about now it's starting to feel like we're getting our rhythm and our momentum. You get a win. Hope maybe they get a win this week against BC. I think BC has shown they're a little bit vulnerable, but they obviously the Lions coming off that big win in Montreal. But that just, if you feel like you're building momentum and then 3 or 4 weeks later you're back on a bye, that sucks.
Well, and it's weird too because I don't think BC, looking at the schedule right now, I don't think they've had a bye yet this season because they've played 5 games. Montreal's got a bye this week and Toronto's got a bye this weekend, so that's their first bye. Ottawa hasn't had a bye. So the
Right.
Elks will have had 2 after next week. Winnipeg will have had 2
Yeah.
after next week. And 2 other teams haven't even had a single bye yet. But I guess the flip side to that is from an Elks perspective and even a Bombers perspective I'll look at. The Elks bye after that is like beginning October, I think. And when you look at like the NFL schedule, it's a 17-game schedule right now. Yeah, we're at 17. And there's only 1 bye you get in there.
Yeah.
Now you could almost look at it as for the Elks, you're playing a 13-game schedule with 1 bye. And if there's a time to get
Okay.
hot, it's later in the season. So you get the 1 later, which gets you rested, but then you get to rev up for the playoffs.
Right.
And aren't having we're gearing up for the playoffs, but now we got to shut down for this bye and then back up and then shut down for this bye. So maybe the flip side is it's more beneficial later in the season, which is when you really need to get hot in the CFL.
I hope so, but I think the main thing is three buys in a season is too many.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that. But Maddie, like, you could be right about that. It's just like, but 3 freaking buys in a 18-game schedule is get that 10th team. Sorry,
Changes
Jazz.
Is this a must win?
This week?
Yes. Because last week
Last week was.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
week's no.
Okay.
Giving yourself some
I'll
grace
let
a
you
little
go.
bit.
But if BC Lions are not a good team,
Who do the Elks
Well,
play next after
Saskatchewan.
Okay.
It's tough.
So yeah,
But the fact that they got the one win changes this a bit.
yeah, because you've proven you could beat that caliber of a team now. Like you're not below the Red Blacks, especially with how that game went on last Sunday. So I like if you beat BC, which is a team you're supposed to rival pretty well against, and like the first game was a little bit tough with the conditions and everything with sold out arena. If the Elks win Sunday, you're looking pretty good. But if you lose, you give yourself a little bit of grace with.
Yeah, then the
last week.
Saskatchewan game turns into I wouldn't go like this Ottawa game to me was the must win because if
Yeah.
they lost, I was going to sit there and be like, who are you beating this season?
Yeah,
Right.
sets
You're
the
0-4.
standard.
You're
and Ottawa's last in their
0-4,
division,
0-4,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
and it would have been like, okay, well, this is going to see. But now you got one win, so at least you can sit them okay that you can win, and we've seen them get better. And if you lose this one, then it's like, okay, as you get towards Saskatchewan, it's like, okay, that's more of a need to have, but not a must win because the season you can still recover.
Okay.
But I posed this. I don't know if I posed it on Monday or if I posed it on the post game show on Sunday. I don't know who's going to need this game more, BC or Edmonton. And the reason I throw BC in there is if BC loses this game, they will now be tied with Edmonton in terms of their season series, 1 win apiece against each other. BC's lost outright their series against Winnipeg, and they already have a game lost against Saskatchewan. In the division, they dropped to 1-4. Why is Don Ellis calling me right now? I'm going to decline that call. I'm on the Hangout, Don. Sorry. 1-4. So I feel like BC just like you've gone how many I don't know, you play the West or the East, so there's 8 games against the East. Is that right? You play everyone twice, 4 teams, 8 games. So you only get 10 games against the West. If you drop to 1-4, you've done half your West games and you're already 1-4 in the West. That's where I think BC's kind of going to need this game. And that's almost where I go a little bit more. The Elks would drop to 0-3. They would lose the season series to BC, but they still haven't played Calgary. They still haven't played Saskatchewan. And I think they get the Bombers one, so they could go get that series against Winnipeg still potentially.
Yeah.
Both need it to a degree, but I wonder if BC might need it a little bit more just to already... If you drop to 1-4 in the division and have lost this, it's a tough spot that's a tougher hill to climb.
Yeah.
And if you're the Elks and you get the win, you got 2-3, and all of a sudden sunshine on your face, you're like,
Well, if you're tied
gonna
with
be
BC,
okay.
depending on how much you win by, BC would be likely ahead because BC won by 16 points, something like that, in week 1. But you're tied in points. And there's one more game left against BC that if you win it, you then outright take the season series. You sit 2 points behind Winnipeg. They have a game in hand. And you would sit either 2 points behind Calgary or you'd sit 4 points behind Saskatchewan and Calgary, depending on the result on Friday.
right?
You're right there. And then actually, if you look out east, you would be 2 points behind Montreal, who are the top of the East. You would either be 2 points behind Hamilton. Oh no, if you win, you'd either be tied with Hamilton and Ottawa for second out east, or you'd be 2 points behind Hamilton and 2 points up on Ottawa and stuff. Like
It's tight.
if the Elks win, I'll say this, I wouldn't go must win for the Elks, but this is a game. If they win it, it sets them up very nicely.
Yeah.
I would say for being a possible 2-3 football team, but they're set up in a pretty nice spot at that point.
I know Mark Killam gave the defense some love after the game on Sunday, and they did get a couple of good stops and some that turnover on downs in the fourth quarter. But you gotta keep a team under 30 points at some point here.
Yeah.
I know that's a simple one, but it hasn't happened yet.
Was Ottawa favored that game?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a really good chance Elks could win on Sunday, which would be a great confidence booster for them too,
Totally.
Oh,
right?
it'd be
And
massive.
the fans, and then you're gonna get us going and all that, right?
Well, yeah, you win the 2 games, you take a bye. Let's say you fall to Saskatchewan, just hypothetically here, though. But then
Rather good,
Hamilton comes to town. The Elks, Hamilton's a good team. They've got offensive firepower. But I think the Elks have the firepower, and they showed it last week. And, you go beat Ottawa all of a sudden, you that's the start of August, but you get into August, like, you're in a really nice spot. You've got Ottawa again in August. You've got Toronto in August.
Yeah,
Like,
Chad Kelly will
winnable
be back,
games.
though.
Although still winnable
Toronto-
games, I think.
Toronto is not the same, obviously. I mean, their roster's been decimated because guys went and took money elsewhere. A good chunk of them here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right. Like, even with Chad Kelly, Toronto's beatable, I think. I think that's one early theme we can pick up on, is those changes and the loss of so many guys has had a big time effect on the Argos.
We'll have to, there's that win last week did change a lot for the Elks, but not ready to say must win for Sunday, but a very nice to have if they can get it.
Nice to have. I like
Nice
that.
to have. But then for
get
BC, I think they're in the same spot too, because the division might be getting away from the loser of this one a little bit, but BC will have been their 5th divisional game already. That's going to hurt if you drop that one. So week 6 gets going tomorrow. Saskatchewan, Calgary, Hamilton, Ottawa on Saturday, and then we've got Elks and Lions on Sunday. 5 o'clock is game time. 4 o'clock, Green and Gold kickoff show. Myself and Jay will get you covered right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, and it's my turn to get dinner. So I'll have to
Do
find
you guys
dinner.
do that?
We rotate.
What did you guys have last week?
I one time got Refinery Grill 2 games ago, but Jay's brought pizza twice and I brought pizza once the first time. Like, it's just such an easy one to get.
Is he making the pizza here? Is that the
No,
one?
he got Pizza 73
Okay.
the 2 times. I got Domino's the first time.
Okay. I like that. Well, Hernan and I, no, we didn't really do it this year. Sometimes we'll, like, hey, what do you want? We'll go grab something really quick. But
Well, I've got the barbecue. My brother has given us a barbecue, so now I just need to get a propane tank, and it's at the new shop. We could barbecue outside over there a little bit. So I think one of the early ones when Jay and I are there, I'm going to bring some stuff and grill up some stuff during the game.
I'm very, very excited about our new station or studios for the station. We have a full kitchen.
No, I hear it.
Like, it's going to be
let's talk
awesome.
about it,
Like,
yeah.
Joaquin's going to be whipping up a storm in there. We got to get a fridge, right? Like,
Gotta get a fridge and a microwave.
yeah, and a microwave. That's right.
But we have an air fryer.
Yeah, I know. Gager brought that
No.
in. What do you mean, no?
A listener gave us an air fryer.
That's so
Mark,
nice.
Mark, who came in from for the Father's Day show,
Yeah.
he brought us an air fryer.
That's where we got it.
That's so
This one over here is
nice.
Gager's.
Oh, okay.
There's a box at the new place with an air fryer in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we have an air fryer over there.
It's a self-contained. I love it. I'm very, very excited. And, well, we were there last week.
Yeah.
and I watched the
so
video.
cool.
I'm like, okay, this is gonna be okay. Everybody's gonna hang out here.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. The doors of the studios are heavier so that we don't hear anything that's going on. Yeah.
It's a little mess right now in the new place, though, because I've unloaded all my golf stuff there that today I've got to go clean.
Nah, we'll get it sorted up. And then we gotta like soundproof and stuff. We're gonna take
I don't
this.
know. I don't know how much these worked.
I think they do. I really think they do. I think we'll have to, because otherwise we'll get an echo, won't we?
That's what I got to play with.
Yeah.
I want to see what it sounds like. Those first few shows might be a little bit of testing ground for
Yeah,
our
probably.
audience. But it is.
But those
it'll be late
are
summer.
easy to put up.
They are. I just hope they're easy to take down right now.
They should be. I've only had to nail a few in the other wall.
Yeah, don't. The landlord was like, "Oh, you guys didn't nail those," and I was like, "No."
There's like 4, Matthew.
No, I
4.
know. There's
Yeah.
a few spots that I'm looking at. I don't like the. I'm curious about the pins in the map.
Oh, I have, you know what? At home, I have the stuff. And
Yeah, I'm wondering if you could just paint over that one.
No, I have the stuff, the whole
Yeah, if I don't
drywall
want
filler.
Yeah,
I'll bring it in.
If we have
We'll
to,
take care
if
of
we
it.
have to do it fully.
I talked to one of the psychologists that lives, or not lives, that has their offices up here. And she's like, "Oh, I heard you guys are moving." This was yesterday. And I'm like, "Yeah, like just we've grown and it's been good, but yeah, it's time to move on to something a little bit bigger." And she goes, "Oh, well, you guys are good to have around, especially at night and stuff like that. It was better to have more people present and all that." And I'm like, "Well, you know, we've liked it very much." And then I go, "It's going to be a lot quieter for you guys." She goes, "Oh, it's not bad, except sometimes like when you guys do like a cheers or something like that in the morning, people get startled, or my patients get startled." I'm like, "That's not good. That's not good." But then she goes, My husband listens to you guys all the time. He loves you. And I'm like, well, tell him we said thanks.
They were all great. I actually
Yeah.
enjoyed work. It was a very nice, quiet office.
Yep.
Like you couldn't ask for better tenants to be sharing. Like now it is our own place.
Yep.
But I couldn't ask for that better spot.
Don't get to know the swingers, whatever.
Shh. When we took over this place, I had to steam clean these floors, these carpets.
Yeah.
Because there were spots that needed to be steam cleaned. And then yesterday, the landlord came by and she was just like, yeah, like to Dusty, we have to steam clean this to leave. And I'm like, hey, that's cool. But when we took over, we didn't have to.
Yeah.
Like I had to do it. So I'm not pleased about that. Then she was trying to take our chairs.
Which ones?
Well, she's pointing at because we have the boardroom table and there was like 6 chairs or something that
Yeah.
were theirs. And she's pointing at chairs like, I think these are ours. I'm like, no. Those ones are ours. I got those from Don, who again tried calling me on the Hangout.
Yeah.
He's been on the Hangout before, and I don't know why.
Don, you know our hours. It's going to be great. It's going to be really, really good. Somebody else texted in asking if we needed a receptionist still. I'm like, I think we're okay for now.
Belzy introduced a potential receptionist to us, to myself, and to Dusty at the golf tournament.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going for a receptionist at this moment.
Belzy, he is a conduit. He puts people in touch with people. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh, I gotta get finished
Was it?
laundry.
Yeah. No, we're okay.
I gotta get finished laundry.
We're okay.
The official drink of the EST Angle, which I realized I need to go get because I gave Eric the last one for the show me's. The Finnish long drink, legend in 1952, a drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment. Real liquor, longdrink.com/Canada is where you can enter your postcode and find a liquor store or an establishment nearest you with the long drink in stock. This is the EST Hangout here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Coming up at 11 o'clock, it is the Lock Shop. Myself and Dusty will be on at noon. It is 2 guys and a goalie. Without one of the guys. But Reed will fill in for one of the guys. It'll be Dusty, it'll be Reed, it'll be Gager. We got EST Afternoons. We got the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne until 6 o'clock. Jasmine, you want to get into PSG. Before we get into PSG, do want to say Canada Soccer has moved up to its highest ranking on the men's side ever following the latest release of the FIFA World Cup rankings. We're now ranked 28th in the world.
Yes.
Take that.
Wow.
Every other country after that.
Yeah, take that.
To the 27 ahead of us.
Yeah.
We're coming. But to everyone else behind you, yeah, look at us now. But yeah, 28th. We've never been this high. So we keep growing and growing and growing. And a lot of tough fixtures coming up in the month of September, October, and I think even November. So some friendlies coming up. But yeah, even after we flamed out at the Gold Cup, we still move up in the World Cup rankings.
Who did we lose to? Guatemala, right? In penalties.
Yeah, and the reason though, but officially we tied them and then lost in penalties. In soccer, when you go to penalties, it's labeled as a draw.
This is weird, but whatever.
Officially. So actually, Canada hasn't lost. I don't know the last time Canada lost because they didn't lose in the Gold Cup officially, and they didn't lose in that Canadian Shield because they even tied Ivory Coast, and then it went to penalties for.
DVD and Hernan were making fun of our Canadian boys for losing to Guatemala.
TBD and who?
Hernan.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, that's Jacob Schaffelberg's fault. Your favorite player.
No. He frustrates me. And I did use we for Canada Soccer. I'll call myself out on that one.
Find the clicks for Tommy.
I apologize, but at the same time,
Don't apologize.
it's a Canadian team, and I'm very proud of. All right, sorry, Jazzy.
No. So, like the CFL, I'm trying to get into soccer a lot.
Don't tell me you're trying to get into Club World Cup.
Okay, well, I still wanted to talk about PSG.
And no one gives a damn about Club World Cup in the soccer world.
So Mbappe and Mbappe, how do you say it?
Mbappe.
Mbappe and Messi both left the club. And since they've left, PSG has won Champions League without them. And now PSG knocked out Real Madrid in the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, they're going to the finals, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. So hold on.
Yeah, they
Have some
won the
stats here.
Champions League,
Yeah.
which was a big deal. And that was a joke because the Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar leave. They stop spending money. They try actually building a team the right way a little bit, and they go win the Champions League. Although they still spent a lot of money on other players, but not big names that like those guys. But then Club World Cup, no one cares.
They're 2 wins away from winning 7 trophies in 1 calendar year.
Jeez.
Yeah, but that's France. There's not a lot of real threats. They only like the ones that people will care about is just Champions League.
So they're in the final for both Club World Cup UEFA
UEFA.
Super Cup. UEFA. Yeah.
CONCACAF.
They're
UEFA,
dominating. I thought that was
CONMEBOL,
pretty wild.
And what's the last one?
Oh, I forgot what the Asia region's called. And then there's the Africa one, AFCON.
I thought it was CONMEBOL.
That's South America.
That's South America. Oh,
AFCON
right.
is
My bad.
Africa area. And I forgot what like the Asian area is called.
I have to look it up. Anyway.
Okay, so I was really excited to tell Maddie, but I guess he doesn't care.
Yes, I know, but I'm just saying from a soccer
Yeah, yeah.
perspective, the soccer world for the most part, this Club World Cup is a joke.
Okay.
They've expanded it. There's just way too much soccer that no one wants.
Yeah.
Bayern just lost a big player, which is that impacts Germany in that sense. It's just something that no one was asking for, and they expanded this Club World Cup to make money. They went to the US. They put a bunch of money. Like ticket prices were ridiculously expensive. No one showed up, and in the end, like no one cares. Seasons start soon. Actually, not too far. When's the first Premier League match? The first Premier League match will be August 8th, I think. So we're less than a month from the start of the Premier League season, which is La Liga would start. Spain would start a couple weeks later, I think, if not that weekend. Italy would start not long after, and Germany would start long after that. And this Club World Cup, I get to say, cool, good for PSG, and I think they're taking on Chelsea. But it's one in the soccer world. It's just kind of like,
Interesting. I guess like they're like a less flashy team, kind of like OKC in that sense, but they have a lot of talent.
Sorry?
Like less flashy?
PSG?
Yeah.
It's not boring like Italian soccer.
Another thing I actually want to talk about, because tomorrow I'm not going to be here for Godfather safety. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serino. There is a live Netflix fight that you reminded me about because we still got to do Wings and Mirror. And now the weather's nice, so I promise you I'll send you some dates. Okay, so we could do a bet on this too. But anywho, so that fight is tomorrow live on Netflix. It's like, what, the third rematch between them?
Never knew of this fight at all.
Okay, well, both these ladies are getting paid $6 million each.
Damn, good for them.
Nice.
And with sponsorships, they can make up to $9 million each.
Getting their bag.
Yeah, and as we know, women throw down way better than
Yes,
men do.
actually, the great fights. The women's fights at the UFC that was here were excellent.
It was the women fight before Tyson Paul. That was the better fight too.
Yeah,
Is that this? Was that these two?
No,
Oh.
I don't think
Because
so.
you said there was it's the third time they're fighting.
yeah.
Yeah, but
So I didn't know
the
what-
last time they fought, I believe, was at the Tyson fight.
That's what he
That's
just asked.
Oh, sorry.
I was confused. Did I say
Wow.
Looking at
something?
the favorite. It's Amanda.
Well, that's who these two are.
Yes, that's
They're
right.
the ones
go.
that they were there. Okay.
Like that unreal scrap fight, like unreal. So I just think it's gonna be really entertaining tomorrow. And they're a main card, like good for them.
Yeah. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
More of that, please.
We need Zachy to talk about this. Benny, you into it?
No,
He's
not
good.
really. No.
Okay, speaking of beer and wings, or pizza and wings and stuff like that.
Beer and wings.
Beer and wings. And along that same vein, because you guys were talking about you and Jay for pre and post game bringing pizza, and then you did Refinery Grill. Ranger Nick says, and there was a couple other people that were like, boys, what kind of pizza you guys getting here? And Ranger Nick says, Tommy, you're familiar with the north side. You've lived on that side of the city. You know there's a lot of good pizza spots. There is a lot of good pizza spots. There's like Chicago Deep Dish. I love Capital Steak and Pizza's pizza. That's so good. Expensive though, but very filling. Tony's Pizza is a great one.
I've tried that.
Yeah, it's delicious. What else?
Versado's is great.
Versado's is a
flipped.
good one. That one's like, that's a thick pizza too.
Yeah, but
So,
that one's too far away from us.
Yeah, so we're way over on the West End. So
Yeah,
it's a little bit
it's just
different.
like we have the show to do it, and then like we need to get the pizza brought here, and it's just something like Pizza 73 Dominant. It's quick and easy.
And BP, we eat it all the time, so I understand probably. You could call up Tony and Curtis, and now I mean with our bets, I mean we probably just need to call up Tony. So anyway,
I love like
are you
Boston
laughing
pizzas
about,
and
Eric?
pizza.
Eric, can you not hear Eric back there?
No, I can't.
He is just on a rant.
Oh my god. Oh,
Sorry, Jazzy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Eric's on
Eric's even
fire
in the
right
nasty chat saying more Howard talk. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Sorry.
we're talking about Za.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great places to eat pizza.
Yes, there
Just
is.
then, depending what styles you want. Like even, and then there's Sepp's Pizza, Una's. There's F and Za.
Yeah.
So those are more of like.
I wanna try
There's
Haido.
another one that's
Or
just
Haido.
Ido was brought up.
Yeah.
There's one that's just over in actually not far from where we're moving to. It's that big pizza, like the New York style. That's massive. They dropped it off once, or Quinn brought it in for us once, or something. I forgot which
Not
one it
the
was
ones
called.
that was a sponsor. And
Yeah, and
No,
dipped.
not
Yeah.
those
they
ones. No,
did.
it wasn't that big of a pizza, but like pretty massive.
And then
where was it?
Like Love Pizza is a local company. That's a good one.
Lore Pizza.
Lower Pizza.
Yes. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's like the slices are for the place. Like it is actually still a really large pizza,
Oh damn!
and it's full of pepperoni and
You know
stuff.
what kind
and
of
that's
pizza?
not far from a.
You know what it looks like? The pizza from Ninja Turtles.
Oh, it does.
35th anniversary, by the way, coming up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, of
Michelangelo's
the original
pizza.
movie.
Yeah. Best.
And it was the
Growing
best
up,
movie.
that was like unreal to watch, hey?
Yeah, and so like that was because it was dark, but at the same time it appealed to kids, and then it was like a throwback to the original comics, and it incorporated the original cartoon. So yeah, it's its 35th anniversary. I remember getting it on VHS, Benny. You don't even know what a VHS is.
Heard of it.
Have you seen Ninja Turtles?
Oh
the
yeah.
original?
I used to play. There's a video game for like Ninja Turtles when I was on the Xbox 360. I remember like grinding that as a kid, just like playing that nonstop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a pretty big fan of the Ninja Turtles.
Have you ever played the TMNT arcade game or Turtles in Time?
That sounds familiar. I don't know.
We
if
have them. I will introduce
Okay,
you.
yeah. I'll take a look. Stuff's good.
Portions of this hour of the EST Hangout. They are brought to you by GS Construction, who are the proud dinner partner and platinum partner of the EST Golf Classic. Also proud partners on Two Guys and a Goalie. Tommy had a great time with Turan on Tuesday. Gager talking on the morning show today. He was a little jealous that he wasn't with them, and you're
They were
sneaking
awesome.
in with Turan, and so then he goes and he's becoming best friends with Damon and all these changes. GS Construction hiring now. Become part of their great team today by visiting gsconstruction.ca or their page on indeed.ca with the next person up program at GS Construction. It's not just a job, it is a career. So thank you to Turan and GS Construction for jumping on board with the EST Golf Classic.
That was hilarious when after hot takes, Gager goes, "Hey, Damon, you want eggs? I'll go get some." That was good. Yeah, Sandy and Mike and Marshall, awesome crew. Thanks again, boys. You guys are the best. And Sandy, I've known him for a few years now. Just a great dude. And he was like, "How's the afternoon show going? How's Hernan and Joaquin doing?" I'm like, you know what? It's great listening from 1 to 3 because they don't get too excited. It's just casual. It's nice. They get like good concepts and conversations going. He's like, that sounds pretty good. I'm like, yep. Anyway.
I enjoy their show. That's one show that I like. That window in my day, it's like
It's-
the perfect time that I can kind
yeah.
of like concentrate and
Yeah.
listen. And yeah, their content's really good. And I'm, talking to the nasties.
Yes, you are.
And Gager's chirping me.
Oh, my buddy Stemby says, who was at the golf tournament, says, don't forget Ragazzi pizza.
Ragazzi's great.
Yeah. Good call, Stemby.
Panini's good. Panini's opened up in a few spots actually now.
That's the one on Jasper Ave, 82nd Street.
It is. And
around
there's
the
one
corner.
in Sherwood Park.
Yeah.
And then there's one, is it 149th Street or something? Do you know there's like a Safeway and a London Drugs on Stony Plain Road?
Nini's.
And 149th?
It's 104 or 156 or something like that. Well, anyway.
156. I don't really know that.
Well, there was one spot and there was an Italian restaurant, and then I forgot what the Italian restaurant was, but I drove by it for the first time because that used to be my drive home from the old place for the longest time until the construction started. Now it's Panini's. They have like 3 locations now. I don't know if they have more.
White sauce pizza, like that's the one I'll eat. So
Those are good.
those are my favorites. So throw those recommendations. out. I'll
Actually,
try it.
Well, I'm glad you brought up like different sauce on pizza because at BP, Tony told me a little trick. He said, get the buffalo chicken pizza, but put spicy dill as the sauce. Phenomenal.
Well, you get to try it, a lot of it. in a few months.
You know,
Yeah,
I
I can't believe the booing.
but I love the booing. Total
my
heel
God.
turn. My parents, I give it to my
Yeah,
parents.
they're just really nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about all their bets they have.
Oh, the
with
bets.
Tony.
Yeah, no, we're gonna be eating that BP for a long time for those awesome bets that Tony made. Tony.
And Collingwood Rob's witness.
Collingwood Rob just strolls up. He goes, "I'll be the witness." And I'm like, "You got it, Rob. Thank you."
So what's the deal?
It's like
Tomasek, 25 goals.
20
Yeah, but
goals.
what did you get? Like, what do you get out of it?
So
Yeah, go ahead.
do you want me to tell? Okay, so I get like Betty said, I get free. I get to eat for free at BP for a year. But
Unreal.
if Tomasek hits
Unreal.
25, I have to bring Tony up to the press box and give him a tour. And I said, sure, I'll make that bet.
That's just terrible.
Yeah.
Like, those aren't equal.
No.
I will say.
Why
Like, I
a
feel-
lifetime experience of a lifetime like that?
Yeah, no, and like you won out on so much on this because, like, I would say like a month versus the experience.
Oh, he said
but
full year.
12
And I
months
said,
is a
okay.
lot, and you don't have to eat anywhere else ever again for that year.
There's so much on that menu. I would eat happily.
Well, and they're constantly bringing out those, like, there's the summer menu
Yeah.
that comes out, and then they have those different specialty menus so
Yeah.
that when you need to mix it up, you can go to something else.
I know. And when we go there, they always take great care of us, and they're awesome. But now it got even sweeter,
Yeah.
which is great.
I'm a guy that has a set order at every single spot. Like if I've been somewhere and I like something, I can eat the same thing over and over.
Like
but
chicken nuggets and chicken
kind of,
fingers?
yeah.
Okay, you're one of
At
those guys?
certain
Okay,
spots,
yeah.
that is my
Yeah.
thing. But BP's is the one spot I have not nailed down my specific order because everything's so good.
Yeah, everything is
like,
good.
It's honestly what I'm feeling that day.
It's very reliable at BP.
Yeah.
If I won that, I would balloon.
I know. There's going to have to be more
Like
gym
all
time.
the carbs and pizza, and I
Yeah.
need my ranch dip and all this too.
That's why you gotta eat their
ranch.
salads.
Yeah,
You need
I
to
would
mix
just-
it.
They
those
have
salad?
Like you gotta mix those salads in. They have some nice
Holy,
bowls and
yeah.
stuff. So, you know, you're gonna need to get on those to keep it going pretty well. Need to get to over under for Play Alberta.
Yeah, yeah.
Download their app today. Check them out. PlayAlberta.ca. Again, the promo code's EST Sports. Deposit 20, get a $50 free sports bet. YG 50, deposit 5, get a $50 free sports bet. Where do we want to go? Actually, I don't know if this is. I got to look at the chats.
Okay,
Dusty was trying to get Howard into.
For Calder Trophy.
They're working on that.
I was curious. I was curious last night about who the favorites are, and like I'm not saying Isaac Howard's gonna win the Calder,
Okay.
but he
Travis.
actually has a decent.
Okay, I'm going to say
chance.
this. In terms of if we had to list favorites, like first, second, third, fourth.
There's a clear
over,
favorite.
under, he's in 2.5 spot. Like,
Yeah.
in that 2-3 range.
That's
Is the
that's
favorite-
a proper place.
Favorite would be Schaefer? Is that what you're saying?
Davidoff.
No, Davidoff.
Davidoff
Oh, yeah.
is the clear favorite.
That's a good point.
He's plus 160. I saw on. I googled it. So.
I think, like, because the thing is, how many other rookies are in a spot like him where you're playing with potentially
That's my thing.
McDavid
Yeah.
or Draisaitl?
Yep. Like let me.
And if it works, you might run away with a Calder Trophy if you're scoring goals. And there's that
If it works.
potential there.
Yes.
And not a lot of rookies get because you're being drafted to a bad team generally.
Exactly.
And then you come in. There is that. That's where I would say, like, whatever odds are, he's not a bad bet for Calder.
I understand.
I think from a betting perspective, he would be there. But if I had to put him in like the 2.5 spot, favorites, over or under. So like there's the favorite, there'd be second, third, fourth, fifth in terms of the ranking of odds.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2.5 as the spot. Over or under. Over being closer to 1, so that'd be 2 or 1. Under being maybe you should be 3 or lower.
I'm very cautious about it. I want to preface it with what I'm going to say by pointing that out. I would take the under. I think, and listen, he could, like you said, Maddie, take off and it works with the guys he's playing with. I still stand by this. Like if he gets 10 goals, 30 points, that to me is still a successful first NHL season. Yep. And if he, doesn't hit 15, 20 goals and 40 to 50 points, I hope people don't rag on him. Now, if he could take off and have a great year and become a Calder, finalist and a favorite potentially. Lots can happen in the course of an 82 game season, but I'm just like, hey, this is interesting and it's intriguing trade and prospect, but I'd still take the under just because my instinct is to be cautious.
Yeah. I'll go over. I think he'll go second.
You think he'd be the second highest odds?
I think he'll be the second because if they're looking at this long term, you got to think Isaac Howard's going to be paired with McDavid or Draisaitl for years to come. So I think you'd want to start maybe building that now. And I think if you look at Draisaitl's linemen last year, he played a lot with Podkolzin. And Isaac Howard's a pure goal scorer at the college level. Like he was a shooter. Like he did not pass up many opportunities. He was a shooter. And if Draisaitl's going to feed him in those spots, or McDavid, or whoever he plays with, and he can keep up that elite scoring level, he's going to pop more goals. He's going to get more points. I think it's also part of. I don't love this like class of rookies to go for the Calder. I think Demidov is absolutely clear favorite. I'd be kind of surprised if he doesn't win it. He had all years in KHL to develop, and he looks like a stud already. The other guys that are in here, Alexander Nikishin from Carolina, Zane Perek in Calgary, Ryan Leonard in Washington, Jimmy Snuggerud, and then obviously like we'll see. I doubt Michael Miza plays for San Jose this year, but maybe if he does, he's there. And Schaefer. I was talking about with Zach a little bit yesterday about how I don't think Schaefer has a great chance to win the Calder next year, just strictly because he's an 18-year-old defenseman, and that trophy is a points trophy.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to give the Calder Trophy to a two-way D-man.
Why did Lane Hudson win it?
Because he had, 60 points or something this year? And so people are saying, oh, but he's a rookie defenseman, did that. He's 21. Like he had his time in college to develop. He's not an 18-year-old defenseman coming from junior to play in the NHL.
Good point.
So I think Schaefer's going to have a couple more years to develop before he's that. Maybe he never is a 60-point D-man, but he's a 40-point D-man that's very good in both ends, right? Like
40-point D-men are excellent.
Yes.
So Calder on Play Alberta has Demidov as the favorite, plus 240.
Yeah.
Nikishin at plus 900. Ryan Leonard at plus 1200. Matthew Savoy plus 3,000.
Yeah. My dad just texted me, Savoy, exclamation point.
Jesper Wallstead plus 6,000. People in this town will know. Jasmine, if we're going to add Isaac Eichhauer to this list, over under 2.5 spot. That spot on this list.
Over.
So number 2 or number 1?
I'd say number 2.
Well done.
Trev approves.
Yeah.
Also, really quickly, a note. I tweeted out, remember the Ike how he wants to go by Ike, and that's how they started the availability yesterday. That's got 350,000 views, and people have been blowing that up.
I know.
And the stuff they've been saying, because a kid just wants to be referred to by the short version of his name.
Yeah.
And the stupid comments that have come in, I'm just like, this is beyond ridiculous.
It's no different than me asking you guys to call me Benny instead of Ben.
Yeah.
It's
PK Subban.
Yeah.
Nobody calls him Parnell Carl.
no,
Tiger Woods' real name is Eldrick. Now, I know those two guys obviously had very good careers. Tiger obviously is amazing. But
if Harb Butchin wants to be called Sonny, what's your problem?
Exactly. Thank you.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, I think Isaac is such a lovely name. That's why I could see why are you doing Ike? But that's what he wants to be.
Ike's kind of nails though.
Ice is
That's
sick.
kind of
Yeah.
When I hear Ike, I think
sick.
of Ike from South Park.
Oh my God, me too, Maddie. Same.
He's Canadian.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what I think of when I think of Ike. So,
But it's really cool how he foreshadows future with that biopic that they got him to, I think, shoot some shots in Oilers jersey. He was Messier.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was he was shooting him. Theo Fleury's. There's a movie about Theo Fleury.
Right,
He was
right.
playing Mark Messier.
Yeah.
So
It's nice to see the kid excited to come to Edmonton and post about it. I love that.
Yeah, he said in his Instagram caption. It felt
Right.
I felt like at home or something. Let me find the post.
Yeah, stuff like that. I like it. You're showing me your personality.
I was blown away by some of the stupid responses and comments being like, this kid, good thing our guys didn't get him. And
What the?
yeah,
Jealous.
people from, and
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want to be called Thomas. Just call me Tom or Tommy.
Tight ass name too.
Yeah, like people. Yeah, it is. Like, and we're ripping him for this. Like,
Yeah,
come
no,
on,
yeah.
you guys.
He said the jersey felt right.
The jersey.
Can't wait to
fan.
get started.
Anyway, I just want to point that out. I was blown away by how much, like, just call him Ike. That's not a hard thing
Yeah,
to do.
that's what he wants to be called.
Yeah.
His
Gosh.
friends probably call him Ike. Actually, Guy Flaming pointed that out when
Yeah.
he had him on Pipeline Show. It's like he talked about it. He's like, I go by Ike. Yeah, that's fine. It's just, I was blown away by the stupidity of some of the comments, Matthew. And you wouldn't be surprised anymore because we've seen how stupid people
You
can
know,
be.
like I like it when people call me Jazz or Jazzy. I like it because I think Jasmine sounds
Yeah.
like a tight ass. Just like Matthew.
Just so Duke's like, it's that outdated hockey culture idea. Can't be humble if you give yourself a nickname. Insert eye roll here. Yeah. Yeah. Please call me Tommy. Like, he's not Thomas, he's Tommy. What a jackass. He's full of himself. That's basically what people did yesterday. It's just like, come on, you guys. He's 21 years old.
Yeah, exactly. It's a kid. Leave him alone.
He's a bebe.
It's a bebe.
Hot summer savings at Sentinel Storage for the proud sponsor of the EST Hangout. 50% off 12 weeks on all units. That will end July 31st. Check them out, sentinel.ca for more information. We've got about 5 minutes left.
Can I say something as well before?
Before you do that, Lieutenant Eric Spurs have activated Morgan Gibbs' white release clause.
Thanks, LT.
No.
So for all the Spurs fans out there.
Devin Booker, highest paid NBA player, is wild. It's wild to me, by the way.
72?
Yeah, 2 years.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Not even an NFL quarterback makes as much as he does.
Isn't that crazy? I think Rip said this. He's like, it's only been like 8 days though, so it's gonna that'll change eventually.
Probably.
Yeah.
But Booker, like, where is he in the NBA superstar hierarchy? Because I know, like, he was getting a lot of love a couple of seasons ago, but the Phoenix has kind of dipped the last year or two.
They lost KD and
They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Once they
Yeah,
got
KD,
KD,
yeah,
actually
like,
didn't even
yeah.
do much
Yeah.
fully, I don't
Yeah.
think. Did they ever? That first year he went there, I don't know how far they went.
They went from favorite to, like, barely making the playoffs.
That's
Yeah.
yes.
They missed last
They
year.
were they were bad.
They didn't even make the play-in,
Yeah.
if I'm not
like
mistaken.
that's real bad.
Yikes.
But got to keep Devin Booker out there.
Yeah.
But it's now my understanding is it's kind of part of the CBA structure as well,
What, like the 2-year deal or like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pay? Yeah.
and the pay.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't shock me. And those NBA players love the short contracts and getting paid.
yeah, they do. And moving around to a
Yeah,
winning
yeah.
team. KD going to Houston, like, okay. That team was
Yeah.
like second in the division. Yeah. Although I do think he'll thrive there. At first I thought, why would you want to introduce that guy? But it's like kind of the same thing as the Oilers kind of want like some mature guy to come in maybe for the team. So
The guy who was a burner is mature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying, I don't know how mature KD is, but
I'll give that one some
Yeah.
love. Maddie's had a couple of sneaky
yeah,
ones today.
sneaky ones.
Well done.
Spicy.
yeah, spicy.
Yeah.
Sassy Maddie.
You've been sassy Maddie
Yeah.
today a little bit. It's been fun. He did a hair flip too.
You guys should have
Yep.
heard us before the mics went on too.
Oh yeah, it was juicy. Pat texting in about Ike says he's just shortening his American name so it's easier for Canadians to pronounce. South
There you
Park
go.
reference. Well done. Well done.
Nice.
Kyle's brother.
I'm just gonna do a quick shout out to my bro Tony. He's one of my best friends, Jasmine Bullard's her husband. It's his 40th birthday tomorrow. We've been friends since high school, so can't wait. We're partying the JW tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Dress the nines, Ibiza theme. Can't wait.
And I think it's Bronco Nick's birthday.
It's his
Hey, happy
wife's birthday.
Oh, it's his wife's
Yes.
birthday. I just was saying happy birthday.
It's his wife's birthday. Also, I'm gonna throw a link on my social media. My cousins, Harjus Graywell and Raymond Graywell, are playing in Florida for Up in a Hockey. It is Up in a Hockey is launching their first Indian Heritage ice hockey team, and they're looking for donations. So anything can help, even $5. Like, it'd be amazing if we can help these guys out.
If Lolly's the captain, oh boy,
I wonder if he is the captain.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So they're trying to raise about $30,000. That helps with travel costs, hotels, meals, coaches, jerseys, gear. You guys know how it is. So if you want to do Jazzy a solid, help my brothers out. Anything helps. So I'll throw that link on.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was a 60 million pound trigger for the Spurs to release Gibbs White.
I can't even tell if that's like so much money anymore, you know?
60 million pounds?
Yeah.
That's like what, $90 million? Is
Jeez.
that what it is? The trigger clause? I think that's kind of what it is. So yeah, that's the, oh, what's this? Is that Paul Pogba? No, that's not Paul Pogba. We're into the crazy time with soccer too right now of transfers and stuff. So always keeping an eye on things. Trevor Harris back for the Riders at practice. Kadeem Carey backing up AJ Ouellette this weekend. I think their depth chart has come out. The Stamps depth chart is out too, as that's the first game. Elks depth charts of the weekend. For Elks depth chart will come out on Saturday. So looking forward to seeing that one. And I'm more so looking forward to seeing the injury report come out later today and tomorrow to see what's going on with the Robbie Smith.
Robbie Smith is a big one.
Based on what you're saying, maybe not looking good, but Javon Leake, that'll be a big one because. And I guess David Beard, I got for that one. If he's been activated off the sixth game, if he's practicing, seeing where that goes.
Rumor and a recommendation. Rumor, Tom Brady has been seen with Sofia Vergara in Europe many times. And I think he tried to hook up with Sweeney, but that didn't go well. So that's the rumor. And Sophia is slaying. And then a recommendation is I've been watching the show called Sticks because I keep forgetting to cancel my Apple TV membership. So I'm like, I need my money
Just
for
click cancel.
I know, right? I have to
Do
put
it
a
right
reminder.
now. Open up your Apple TV and click cancel. You say you keep forgetting, just literally go. We'll do it right now.
Do it.
I'm telling you, like, do it. Why not do it right now? Because usually when you cancel that, you still get it for the rest of that.
You're
pay
right,
period.
actually. I didn't realize that, eh? So maybe, okay. I'll cancel it. But there's a show called Sticks with Owen Wilson. It's a really good 30-minute watch. It's so easy. You can do your stuff, do stuff aroround the house or go on your phone and throw it on. It's a pretty good show.
You can go on your phone and cancel Apple Music or Apple TV right now.
Okay, it's not like I'm talking about Love Island, USA. Love it. Did you guys see this huge hype on this?
No.
Man, so they have an app in the you can only use in the USA. And I know Quinn guys are on the show, and I really wish I was here that day. My goodness, because it was a lot of that reality trash to talk. So anywho, 1 million, over 1 million views they get, or clicks or something they get a day. It surpasses Google.
What?
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So it's a vibe.
I also forgot this news. To go back to sports, sorry. Dale Hunter will be behind the bench for the World Juniors. Mark Hunter will be part of the management team. So the Hunter brothers taking over the World Juniors.
You mean the London Knights?
Yep.
Makes sense.
Has Dale Hunter ever done it?
Me? I can't remember.
So Sam O'Reilly will be on that team next year, right?
Probably. Yeah. That's Sam O'Reilly from the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Mm-hmm. Ex-Edmonton Oiler prospect.
Yes. Yes. Interesting.
I'm actually a little surprised if it's the first time he's doing
But,
it.
weren't they going to name it, for World Juniors, they're going to change how they're going to do it. They're going to have a GM. They're going to have their own, kind of make it its own isolated thing. As
I
opposed
thought
to,
that they announced that they were
they're
going to do something like
talking
that.
about
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they needed to change something after what happened this year.
You know what they need to change? How they develop players.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, they were supposed to name a head coach that was just dedicated to the World Juniors.
Yes.
But they didn't.
But that's not it, I'm assuming.
No, because I don't think he's leaving
London.
He definitely not leaving London.
No.
Huh, interesting. That is it for the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Coming up next, Lock Shop, myself and Dusty. We got two guys in a goal. We got EST Afternoons. We got the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. That's all to come until 6 o'clock right here in Edmonton Sports Talk on our audio streams on YouTube or on podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. On behalf of Jasmine, Tommy, Benny, I am Matt. Thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout here on Edmonton Sports Talk, a clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Lock Shop in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go.
There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today,